Hello. Oh, I pulled the microphone down here. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, DB. Hello, Shots. Hello, Stream Element Spot. Hello, Lurker. There's always like a new, like, I don't know, like these viewer bot things that people, not like viewer bots like people pay for, but there's ones like, there's one in here called Decaf Smurf. And it used to be Electric Banana or whatever. There's ones that are those people who create Twitch accounts and they either log chats, they're trying to do statistics. I don't really know what they're doing. I hope the nude modeling career improves. Shots. I did that for many years. Biggest problem I had is, the camera people, they needed wide angle lenses, for that region. And a lot of times they forget to bring them. That affected my nude modeling career. When's the next Fortnite tournament? That's a great question. Yeah, would you please clean off my channel? That's messy. Send your portfolio. I'll get that right to you. But thank you, Mr. Stick, for 9 months. You've gestated a baby. I don't know who your baby daddy is, but congrats to you and your baby daddy. But thank you, Mr. Stig. Next Fortnite tournament. Maybe this Saturday. Maybe. I mean, I don't really play Fortnite much anymore. I've kind of gotten tired of it. I'm kind of looking for my new BR fix, but I don't mind doing the tournaments if people want to do it, just because Yes, you did hear. You did hear, Daddy. Thank you, Dark Bats. 14 months. I don't know what like a 14th month anniversary is. I don't think they actually have that. What was one? Was it or 1 year? Was it wood? I think it was either wood or paper for 1 year. Hey, Breezy. Nice. Ooh, what is that? Who is that? Prime you what? That's a interesting emote. Is my chat not coming up? Uh, what's going on? Was it working during the countdown? Because it's, man, I mean, I think it's set. You haven't received it yet. That's what she said. Hang on here. I can't think and do things. I'm trying to figure out why my overlay. I thought it was working during the countdown. Let me go to my dashboard on Stream Elements here. Please hold. Okay. It looks like they've made some updates to this program, so maybe it should be the talk screen, I think. Let me go to the editor on that. Yeah, I don't see it. It's very weird. I mean, the tip jar is there. That's called alert system. I had an issue when I first started the stream. I had to fix. Whatever. We're not gonna have chat overlaid until I can redo it. Something is amiss. I blame DB. There was no chat during the countdown. All right, yeah. So there must be maybe Stream Elements has had a update, and maybe my overlay stuff has changed. I don't know. Pappy right now is commenting on yesterday's video. He's leaving comments, and some of them he's actually talking to people. Does he think he's watching a live broadcast? He's watching yesterday's broadcast, and he's saying hello to people and asking people what they're if they're sneaking up on people. Um, I think he's confused. I keep getting these. I keep getting these alert messages on my dashboard on Twitch saying somebody's left a comment on a or on a live or on a broadcast. he he is that DB. You want to play Cuisine Royale? I am going to show some project stuff a little bit later, and I'll bring out the camera. God, it's getting hot in this room. I swear to God, when I turn on my streaming PC, it just starts to warm up. It's okay in the winter if it's a little cool. I would, but I'm cleaning. All right. Well, I'll just do some division. But I was going to show some project stuff, but I was going to wait till a little bit later. I obviously have 30 minutes. All right. Well, I'll play some division. I wanted to see if anything's changed. And I don't know, like Cloud. I'm not sure if Cloud's mobile right now, going to her uncle's or whatever, or she's just out partying. Knowing Cloud, she's probably out with that boyfriend from the Division poster. So let's take a look at Division. All right. Has anything changed? Nice black screen. No signal. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. So I am geared. Let me pause the stream over there. So I've got multiple characters here. I've got my main character, gear score 290. Got my other full level 30 character that's mainly a mule. And then I have another female character here that's level 19 that's a mule. And I also have a very generic, looks like Trinity a little bit or it looks like Samantha Carter from Stargate, but with dark hair. Level 4 mule. Just having a vacation to Australia, if you got your drift. Cloud. So this is my main. I'm in a queue. I'm in a queue. That's not a good sign. If this game, I mean, I know there's a few people playing it still. I mean, obviously, some people trying to get stuff. Maybe there's more shields and things that you can earn for Division 2. EB, I'm really struggling, man. I'm watching like Summit and some others play Escape from Tarkov, and it's like I kind of want to play it, but I don't like that inventory system. I don't want to spend 100 and some bucks on a game just to get a bunch of inventory slots. But it kind of reminds me of, Summit said this, and I agree. It's kind of War Z. Oh, I hear something in the background. War Z meets Daisy. Like the War Z inventory loot system, but like Daisy.
This area is safe.
Daisy and feeling. Where am I? God, it's like.
We got a serious threat I need to tell you about.
Well, there's a serious threat, huh? Probably somebody left the bathroom. Oh my God, is there another message that just got sent on my VOD? He said hello to Apple. Oh man. He's having his problems, I think. Oh, that is so funny. Should I tell him or should I just let him? I could Steam message him and say, "Dude, you're talking to a VOD." It's just so funny because I keep getting that little alarm bell popping up. I mean, and those messages do get added. I kind of think they should differentiate them because you can go back now and watch the VOD and you'll see his messages, and it looks like he was there for the actual stream. And I don't think they differentiate them to show, hey, this was added. Maybe they do. This was added after broadcast because you could kind of go in there like, say, DB says, Boz, I told you in chat not to go in that room. And you died. And I'd be like, no, you didn't. But then DB goes back and watches the VOD and then types in there, Boz, don't go in there. And then she's like, go back and watch the VOD. Boz, you'll see. Because DB's sneaky. All right, so let's just see. Let's just see here. Shields. All right, so I've got to kill 10 hunters in the underground and complete 10 phases in the underground. I mean, I've already done 10 phases and killed 10 hunters, but it doesn't count previous achievements. So in 17 days, the next shield. So I've already done these 4 shields. I've done the Shepherd shield. Oh, it does tell you when they post it. Okay, that's cool. So I got the Shepherd shield, which is that. I mean, I don't really get any benefit to like what these are when you go into Division 2. I got the Hazard, I got Deadeye, and I got Avenger. So I don't really know. I mean, I'm assuming that they're telling me by doing all these, I'll get a patch that I can take into Division 2. Ooh. But because it's there, I must do it. So kill 10 hunters in the underground. That seems violent. And I don't believe there's any global event going right now. Oh, wow. There's an event starting in 13 hours. I'm the next Avenger confirmed for the Infinity War sequel. Yes, I am. So, I mean, I haven't wasted. I think I still have, like, let's see what the last one was. So, yeah, I could still buy them because I still have 10K. I never spent it. So you can buy Outbreak was the last event, and you can still buy the stuff for the last event. You just can't earn anymore. So I could buy, the new thing starting, I think, about a month or so ago with the update, month or two. You can buy specific caches now. So you're going to get guaranteed a classified Deadeye piece or a classified Final Measure if you buy this one. And you have a small loan of million credits. Yes, you may. Well, that's nice when you're going for a certain thing. Um, I mean, I already have all the sets, so I got all the stuff. I just need a Thanos glove, and I can make people disappear. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so let's just see on the map if there's anything going on. Oop, hold it. That's. I think your company just delivered something. Let me check the door. All right, I'm back. Amazon with their Sunday delivery. Oh, you left Amazon 2 months ago? Okay. Are you with FedEx or something? I could lie and say it was FedEx. The hell are you doing now, man? Are you truly now a nude model? What's the deal? I'll tell you what though, I can now talk bad about Amazon, even though they own Twitch. Your cars are junk, so you had to find work in town. I hear you. Well, that sucks. I mean, Amazon's. I know they're getting a lot of negative press, so I don't know how much of a sweatshop it is here in the states, at least. But I mean, people have said that they pay well. But I tell you, their delivery guys for their own delivery service. Be right back. All right. I'll do some ASMR or whatever it is while you're gone. Um, you'll miss out. Okay, we're going to do some ASMR. I'm going to start stroking the microphone. That's what she said. But their delivery service of their own is so bad. They constantly deliver my packages. Pop the bubble wrap in your ear. Yeah, they constantly deliver the packages to my neighbors that are for me. And they take a picture of it and they say, hey, we delivered it. And, sometimes I know which neighbor just from the picture. It's like, oh, yeah, that's the one right next door. Other times it's somewhere else in my neighborhood. And, if I contact their support, say, hey, look, you said you delivered it, but that's not my house. They always tell me, oh, it was a misidentification. It hasn't been delivered yet. It's still en route, which is a complete and utter lie because it is my stuff and it is where it was delivered to the wrong house. and they just say, all these excuses about how it's a missed delivery, but it isn't. They're just hoping that whoever gets it gets it to you. Well, what's funny though is, I mean, the GPS stuff works. Google Maps has our road, and all the houses are numbered. Um, they have, our house numbers on the house, and it's on the mailbox. And I mean, you've seen the neighborhood. The houses aren't like butted right up against each other. There is some spacing. Um, and they just constantly kept delivering wrong. And then the support, which I think is farmed to like India, always lie and say, "Oh yeah, we talked to the delivery. It hasn't been delivered yet. Misclick. They'll be delivering sometime today." Um, and my neighbor was like, "Yeah, it's been sitting out here all day. Sorry. Here's your package." Um, so I emailed, Bezos's number because I've always been told, by different people to go ahead and email it. He won't read it. His people will. But I complained, said, "Man, your delivery service sucks. I've never had a missed delivery from Amazon when it comes through UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, DHL, whoever they used to use. I'd always get my packages. Um, it always worked." And he's like, "Well, they usually deliver by what the GPS says, latitude and longitude wise, or whatever, some BS." And he goes, "I'll tighten. Move the marker for your house, so the GPS is like right dead in the center, which will help." And I'm like, "Why don't you use the addresses once you get like in the general area? Why don't you look at the house numbers like every other person?" So I know Amazon saves a ton of money. I'm sure doing it their own, but like some of the people they hire to do it, I mean, I don't know. I've got some friends who do the Prime Now, and they say, obviously they get in trouble if packages get delivered to the wrong place or packages get stolen. So they're always trying to hide it. Um, and some of the drivers stopped taking pictures because and just said it was handed to a person so that there wouldn't be a picture because they didn't want to get in trouble if it was stolen or delivered to the wrong address. So they would just deliver it, put it on the porch or put it wherever, and then just say hand it to a person. Yeah, so it's corny the way they deliver. I mean, they're saving money, but it's definitely very understandable how they're saving money. The Prime Now stuff works really well, and I've never had a problem with that. The Prime Now stuff, they literally you can see the GPS, and follow the guys driving around and kind of know when they're coming. And if you're worried about them, you could just look outside and say, "Here it comes." And if it goes to your neighbor, say, "Hey, dude, is that my package?" Which sounds kind of odd, but hey, I don't know what's going to happen when the drones show up, man, and start delivering stuff. Yeah, global event in 13 hours. I wonder if this is the new global event. All right, we have a supply drop. Cloud loves supply drop, so let's do a supply drop. I think there's a guarantee GE credits on a supply drop. At least I think now. There it is over there. That ship a package every 47 seconds. I got a kick out of all the stories, like from people who were saying like they had to basically go bathroom in bottles because they couldn't take bathroom breaks, and if they were sick or something, Amazon was really harsh to them, they'd lose their jobs. And I don't know if any of those were
Warning.
U.S.
You are now leaving the safe area.
But it's like, geez. Pregnant women having to stand up, and stuff. Just all kinds of stories. I think a lot of them were from the UK. Every time I play this game, I haven't played other games. It's shooting at me. They give you 16 days. You can call off. What?
Supply drop claimed.
Yeah.
Alert. Supply drops
100 div
claimed.
tech for a supply drop. 15 Phoenix credits. That's not too bad. I mean, div credit wise, that's decent. We don't want any of that garbage. But I don't know. Maybe overseas they're a little bit more harsh. They also gave you like 5 extra call off days every quarter. That seems honestly pretty decent. How hard would it be for you to go back there, say when you get your car straightened out, if you wanted to? I mean, are they pretty well like people knocking the doors over to try to get there? I want to see what happens when you do a light zone boss. I want to see if I kill a light zone boss, if I get any div credit, if they've made a change there. We know there's one like real close here. That's not a reloaded from my previous encounter. There's always a boss right around this corner.
Don't care if it's cold. At least I'm out of there.
Boss dead. Alright, so did any div tech drop here? Nope, just Phoenix credits. Okay, you'd be considered a new hire. I think Pappy has stopped commenting on the VOD, so either he figured it out or he got mad nobody was responding to him and left. Or he was just trolling. All right, so no div tech for them. I know when there's a global event going on, you'll get GE credits for that. I wonder if Lilu is. Oh, hold it! I do have a message. Oh, he thinks he was banned. He thought he got banned. I don't know what this picture he sent me is. Yeah, I don't know. He sent me a picture, but oh, Pappy. Hang on here, guys. I'm just trying to. He thinks he got banned or something. No, not that I know of. I don't really have hardly any bans. Okay. I played yesterday, DB. I played
Now
some
entering a safe area.
not cuisine, Realm Royale with Cloud. You're getting $50 a month selling nudes. Hey, if it works for you. Way to go, Pappy. That's a first. When you posted a message, I get a little notification, and I thought you were just like originally the first message was like if I click on my thing here, it like shows me like all of the messages. So your first message, greetings. I thought, okay, you're just adding stuff because those will show up in the chat if somebody goes back and rewatches the VOD. They'll show up in the timeline. But I guess according to shots, they're kind of marked. If you click on them, you can see that they weren't live. Then I realized you were actually talking to people, and probably wonder why nobody was talking back to you. And I didn't know if you were trolling, but obviously you weren't. I thought, well, we'll let it go and see if he's trolling or what. All right, but yeah, I played Realm Royale with Cloud. Raham tried to play it, but it would not work on his computer.
Anything here I gotta have?
Do I have any? I got 7.
Here's hoping you get lucky.
That's what she said. Wow, I got 6 fragments. I am in the money.
Go ahead. Take another shot.
And hey, coming.
That'll be a special look for your weapon.
Funk. I got the funk print. Okay. Sounds a little weird.
Let's see what's in this one. It's gonna look sweet on you.
So I got 4 more pieces, fragments because of dupes, and then I got the commando beret. We're gonna go ahead and open all these.
Let's go for it again.
These are the newer ones, so I probably don't have most. I've yet to get an emote from this. That time I got 8 fragments. That's gonna look nice.
Let's see what's in this one.
Come on, are there no
Don't see that
emotes?
every day.
Are there no emotes?
Why don't we see what's in this one?
I wish I knew for sure if Lilu was going to be back today,
Yep.
or
That's
she's
the
already
cipher
home,
key.
but like winding down because I would, I want to show some of the projects. Hey, Danny, that I've been working on. Different
give it
stuff.
another
A lot of
try.
different printed stuff. One kind of hardware software project. Another hardware project and software that I haven't started yet. All right, we are winding down here. We got 3 fragments or 3 cipher keys left. We should be able to get at least
Let's have another go at it.
another fragment to get enough to get one more full key.
Looks like a cipher key to me.
Yeah, we just cleared. So now we're back at 0 fragments. So the next 3 keys, if we don't get stuff, we need to try to get 10 fragments. So we'll get 1 more. So probably
Why don't we see what's in
3
this
chests, maybe 4. You're getting drunk tonight? Come up here and party? Oh, if it wasn't so far. I got 2 there, so I'm 8 away, and then 2 more. This is gonna be tough. I'm gonna need
Let's
a.
see what's in this one.
I'm gonna need a cipher fragment without a dupe.
I'll trade you some cipher key fragments for that.
So I got 5. I'm halfway there, but you can see. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Let's
I don't
give
think
it
it's gonna
another
happen.
shot.
This is probably it.
Hey, those fragments have formed a cipher key.
Oh, I did it exactly. 1 more box. All right, I'm getting dupes there.
See anything you like?
So this Mark IV doesn't seem to have any emotes. So let's try Mark II. Let's just
Good luck.
randomly open one.
That'll look Looks real good on you.
All right, so we are done. We got 1 fragment, but we need 9 more to get a key. I don't buy these things. This is the only thing you can buy in the game. Are these? You know, you can buy wallet money here for these things, and it's just cosmetics. I refuse to spend money, but I can do this. Okay. There will be a quiz on some of the 3D stuff. Let's just go down the underground here and see what my... I think I'm like... I don't know if I'm level 30 in the underground. Well, I'm level 36, so I get a reward at level 40. I think 40 is as high as you can go.
Okay, okay. I just gotta focus.
I think the underground requires DLC. But I can do, I think, everything now. I can do the 3-phase directive hard. These definitely are nicer to have a group with you. Because these are the ones where hunters will spawn. And they can one-hit you. Just melee kill you. That's bad. I don't like how you can't fast travel out of here. Weekly 120 directive intel collected. Weekly 220 directive. What? Did I do something? What did I just do? I thought I hit it. So I don't know. I need to find out like if this week's global event starting in I guess really, what is that? It was about 12 hours. So is it like 3 in the morning my time? Night? I'm not going to play it at 3 in the morning. We'll see what it says here when I get back to the main terminal. But I don't know what global event it is.
Readings indicate this area is safe.
Best gear in the city. Check it out.
So less than or basically 4 a.m. 4 a.m. my time. So just a little less than 13 hours. I don't know. How much weekly, or how much intel do I have?
Should have something next
I have
time.
91 intel, so I don't have enough to do all of that. Cloud loves her high-value targets. Oh, look at me. I'm a 290. You guys want to be 290s. Look at that. Nobody at 291. You suck, dude. You suck. So gear-wise right now, rocking lightweight M4, LVOA. Those are max level. Vicious, deadly, brutal. Pretty good combo. Sustain, deadly, focus. Not too bad either. And then I'm rocking the Striker 6-piece. Geared for PvE, not PvP. But all classified 6-piece set. I do have a full Banshee, Tactician, Lone Star, and Nomad, and I think Sentry. I think I have, is that 7? No, 6. I have six complete sets, and then on the loadouts, these are the loadouts to let me switch between them. I don't necessarily have any of them tweaked. I really need to look at like a build. I want to try to get a Striker, a Nomad build for PvP, but I haven't really. I mean, if you go into the dark zone for PvP, for the most case, you need to roll with a group because generally you're going to be fighting other groups. You know, so if you're a solo, you're going to get picked on. Yeah, I don't know if this global event coming up, do they have like a news thing in here? Oops, it just goes to a website. The beta. Let's see, what about, is one of these Shields. Shields. Encrypted cache mark 4. Does it say? Yeah, it doesn't say anything there. I was hoping maybe it would say something about the next global event because it's only, 13 hours away. I want to know what's going on. Oh, you missed it too yesterday, DB. I played the LGBT versus Russians or whatever, and I won. The sniper made it super easy. I got a sniper, and one thing I couldn't do. You saw the thought of that. Then yeah, I mean that game if it, at 99 cents, although I got it for 89. Everybody should have a copy. But I don't know if DB if you were listening earlier, but it's like, man, I've been watching Summit play that Escape from Tarkov, and I really want to play it, but I don't want to spend I feel like the 39 or 49, whatever the cheapest one was, is just so little of inventory space, and I don't want to pay like 150 or whatever it was for the EOD or whatever they call it version, where you get like a crap ton of inventory. And they said when the game's released, there'll be a way to, when it gets out of early access, you'll be able to like get inventory space just by playing the game. But Summit's having a ball playing it, and he kind of said, and I agree with him. I was kind of thinking something similar in my head. He was just saying how it's like when he plays Tarkov, it's like playing DayZ and WarZ. The loot system where you keep stuff if you extract it, and then DayZ and the feel of the world and stuff. Although it's more, I don't know if you can travel the whole world. I think you kind of pick areas you want to spawn in, and I think you're kind of isolated to those areas. Like, say, if you pick Cherno, you could only be in Cherno. Or if you pick Electro, you'd only be in Electro. You don't free roam. But, yeah, I mean, I'm a little annoyed by it just because it's like, it looks like it'd be a lot of fun, but it looks like it's one of those games that is probably not going to survive that long after release. So this is the time to play it because everybody's playing it. And I think that's a big crutch for early access games is everybody plays it during early access and kind of gets fed up with it. But when they do release, nobody cares. And I think that's tough for a lot of games. I mean, unless you're like super high up in popularity, you're gonna. But let me look at DayZ. DayZ was huge, and then the numbers have steadily declined to where even when they do release, I don't think they're gonna ever have numbers like they originally had, anything close to it. But yeah, I just think early access. I don't know if it makes a lot of sense. I don't think Rust is very huge. I mean, I think there's a loyal fan base for Rust, but I don't think from a popularity standpoint when it comes to streaming and just everything, I don't think Rust, you know, is big. I mean, if you look at the Steam charts, it's probably in the top 20, maybe even top 10 games on Steam. But obviously, there's a lot of games that aren't on Steam. Um, and for me, I feel like Rust is the gunplay in Rust is horrible. I don't feel like it's got very good gunplay, so it's not much of a shooter, and the constant forced wipes, I think, really make it tough. And any good server you play on, if you're solo, you're going to get killed by all the groups that are on them. And you can look for certain servers, but I mean, most of the servers, I don't know. I just don't like the wipes. But I mean, Rust definitely has a loyal following. I mean, a lot of games do. And like I said, it is popular on Steam. Let me see if I can look at their stats. Where do they have that? But I think a lot of that is just because also it's you don't see Fortnite, you don't see League of Legends, you don't see a lot of popular games that are non-Steam. Where's that at? Under community? I had to go back to the with the Steam update. I had to go back to the their work. I mean, getting rid of wipes. I just think they shouldn't force it. They should let the server guys decide. Um, I mean, I think Rust is just going to be a lot like TF2, even Minecraft, possibly. Um, just Dota, League of Legends. I mean, it has a fan base. Obviously, League of Legends is huge. Dota's huge, but it's going to have a loyal following that's going to stay with it. But I don't think they're doing a lot to draw in new players. Where's the actual stat stuff? I can't figure out where that is. Under market, community market. No. Feature. Oh, stats. Yeah. So right now, current games: PlayerUnknown Battleground, Dota, Counter Strike, Warframe, Grand Theft Auto, No Man's Sky, Rainbow Six Siege, Football Manager, Team Fortress, and then Ark. Those are your top. I guess that's 10. Top 10. Um, then Rocket League, Gary's Mod, and then Rust. The Rust is like 13. But I mean, once you kind of drop off the top, I bet if you drop off the top 4 or 5, the numbers drop. I mean, right now, 530,000 people. So over 500,000 playing PUBG. Rust has got 30,000 or 40,000 people playing it. In fact, right now it's at, 40,000, 39,935. So it peaked at 40 today. I mean, Terraria. I mean, look at Terraria, Arma 3, Fallout 4. Those are games that are all in the 20s and 30s, but obviously, not in the top. I mean, Gary's Mod's cheap. So a lot of people have Gary's Mod. Football Manager still rocking. You prefer Ark, even though you dislike the dev team? Yeah, I mean, I like playing Ark. I had a lot of fun playing that with DB and Kama, especially. We had some weird interactions with people. I know they played, Kama and her played it a lot before I played with them. But I just felt like they added content as DLC and stuff. They did some weird things. You're a penguin, yeah. They just did some weird things, I think, during that early access that kind of turned me off. So I don't know. I just I know they've talked about more updates for it, but I mean, Escape from Tarkov looks really good. It looks like it would be fun. I just think the early access thing, playing with poop, is the most amazing thing in the game almost. I mean, playing with poop is the equivalent of Rust running around looking at naked people. At least that's my comparison. It's the bad mother. Let's just check here. I mean, I've kind of added pubic hair. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I like the base building on Rust. I thought that was done pretty well. The interface is decent for building and upgrading and stuff. But I mean, I just think it suffers, to me, the wipes, and then just the ability to let a casual player play it and enjoy the multiplayer aspect versus the hardcore clans and stuff that ruin it. I mean, that's kind of my biggest issue is I don't think they ever come up with really much balance or a way to kind of say, hey, look, if you're a casual player, here's a way to go play on some of these servers and stand a chance. I mean, you can be a casual player, go on a multiplayer server, build a tiny little shack, and leave and come back an hour later, and some group has probably already destroyed it. And they don't even need the stuff. they just want to destroy stuff just to be jerks, and that's generally the way people are in their online in video games. All right, so what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of showing some project stuff here. I don't know if Evladi is listening because I know he's one of the ones I wanted to make sure was around. I'm going to highlight some of it or highlight this part so that like Lilu, who's not here, who wanted to see it, her and I think Evladi are kind of my big two fans of. Oh, he's here. Let me. I don't know if really I should put this in creative. We'll just say creative. Um, he has been summoned. If you say his name 3 times, he shows up at your house. Just so you guys know. All right, let me just see if this works. I tried to update my dash. I wish Twitch could fix their dashboards stuff. So like when you do stuff, it just works. Because I've done it and it doesn't say it did anything. Like it's up. Well, that's weird. I refreshed it and it went back to the previous stuff. Previous. Come on. Yeah, I mean, there's some people who like that hardcore clan experience. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's any way to make create a building survival game fair to everybody. I just think you're going to always have trolls who are going to troll, but I swear that I cannot get my dashboard to update. I don't know if it's just not showing for me because see now I got it saying some projects I worked on, but it still says Tom Clancy's The Division. I don't even know. I give up. Whatever, man. I tried Twitch. Good enough. You wanted him to narrate the rest of your life. I don't know if he's got that kind of time. He might fall asleep from boredom. Oh. Okay. All right. So let me quit this game. And let me open this. This might make a weird noise. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to use my webcam or my phone as a cam, and you'll hear the audio through it once I bring it up. So it won't sound as good, and quality may not be the best, but this lets me be mobile. I'm going to start off with the simple stuff, and then get to the more interesting one at the end. Let me find. Did it update the dash? Please tell me if it actually worked. Okay, it did work. All right. Let me find my webcam app for the phone. Where the hell is it? I can't find it, DB. Where did you put it? There it is. Start. All right. So let me switch to my cam. All right. Can you hear me? Am I live? Okay. All right. So this is just a little 3D print I made. You printed it in this form. I don't know why I printed this. I don't have any real use for it, but it is kind of like a hard case wallet, and I can't open it with one hand or close. If I close it, I won't open it with one hand. But print it beautiful. I mean, I didn't have to. Nothing had to be broke. Like sometimes when you have pivot points like this, there's like a piece that you have to kind of cut or snap to make it work. So this is basically just like it's called a hard shell wallet. I thought about making some of these for the car and like putting in like insurance cards, proof of insurance, and maybe paperwork or something for like registration, all that stuff. And of course, you guys have seen before this thing back here, the bungee thing for the mouse. I also printed that thing in the back there that holds all my USB sticks and SD and micro SDs, but those aren't anything new. All right, this next one is a quiz. What is that? What is this? This is the neatest thing I ever printed. It's not technically, but what is it? Make your guesses. Guess now. Would it be a toothpaste pusher upper? Damn you, DB! But here, yep, here it is. You. I don't know if I can do it because it's like super tight. Hang on. Did I show this before? Maybe that. All right, so here it is. You put the toothpaste in there, and then you push it through like this, and then you drop your camera, and literally it gets every bit of toothpaste out and pushes it to the end. That thing is amazing. I printed so many of those. People all love them. Easy. It's an easy print too. This is a little earbud thing to let you wrap your earbuds up in it to keep them from getting tangled up, and keep them nice and neat. You get a gold star, DB. So this is kind of cool. Very simple, but it's a great way of not losing your earbuds or getting them always tangled. This one, nobody would know it. This is for a project that I may try to do in the coming week. Some of the stuff that came from Amazon today, one of the things is some parts for this. This, no one would get it unless you are old school. This is basically a print to make. This goes in here, it like, snaps in like that. And then this, let me turn it sideways, kind of snaps in there, and then this snaps on top. And it's a connector. No, it's not SCART. It's for an old Atari 800 XL or any Atari 8-bit. It's their SIO interface, their serial interface. It's used for disk drives. So what I'm going to do, I have to buy some Molex connectors that'll plug inside these pins, and I only need like 4 or 5 of the pins, like 5 volts ground, transmit, receive, and I think one other line. And basically I'm going to connect my computer to that so that my computer can act like a disk drive for the Atari. And if you want to see, that right there is an Atari 800. So I can basically plug my Atari into that cable and then plug it into my laptop, a Raspberry Pi, a desktop, and store all the discs, store all the images on the computer. And then instead of having to deal with physical discs, because all the old 5 1/4 inch floppies from those days, they are falling apart. So that's that. All right, this is kind of neat. I printed it in a low resolution, but it's basically a little case you can put a deck of bicycle playing cards in, or any playing cards. So kind of a hard shell to put cards in. I apologize for the quality. Sometimes the camera acts up. And then along those same lines, here is another case, but that's for a deck of Uno cards, because there's a lot more cards for Uno. So this one, much thicker, because you need more cards for Uno. All right, this Cloud would like this. It needs to be painted more, but that's Chewbacca. That is Chewie. Chewbacca. So he needs to have his eyes, mouth, nose painted, and then his belt thing, his ammo clips and gun. So that's Chewie. All right, now another thing I did. I don't have any filament. Oops, hit the wrong button. I don't have any filament loaded, so I'm not printing anything right now. But watch when I turn it on now what I did. You see the LED lights? I put LED lights up the side, across the top, and down. And I wired them into the power supply because there's an extra 12 volt. So when the camera that I put on the back wall films the print, I can turn off all the lights and it's visible. There's my Amazon package. Where's your action figure? Yeah, if there's something somebody saw that I printed that they really like, I don't have any problem printing stuff for some people. All right, so and then also for the PS4 down here, I printed these little legs that hold the PS4 up off the ground because the original PS4s, which I hardly ever use it, they have intake on the bottom, but they sit flat, so they don't really pull air very good. So those four legs hold the thing up in the air. Where's your gray cat? I'll look into it. I'll look into it. So that's kind of cool. All right, so now, I showed you guys, I think before. Let me go back here. Before, where I bought a little 6-inch or whatever display, and I printed a case for a Raspberry Pi to put on the back of it, and then I made a little adapter that lets you feed in 12 volts here. This little circuit in here converts the 12 volts to USB for powering the Pi, and then this cable actually powers the display. So this Raspberry Pi, I showed it previously. When you power it up, you can plug your controllers into the USB ports on top here. It's hard to show it here. It's got a whole bunch of emulators for Atari 2600, 5200, 7800, Lynx, arcade, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, you name it. You can play all those things. So, and this has got like a little mount there. So in our one car that we use for long trips, I printed a mount that actually lets this thing sit on the headrest so that Lizzie, if she's in the back, can play arcade games and stuff. And you can also watch movies and TV shows on it because it's got basically, I can't remember the name of it now, but the Xbox Media Center. So that one's really fun. That one was a fun little project. I'll show it running again sometime. It's better to have a camera sitting. All right, so this next one is an interesting project. And I'll try to go out and show it to you with the phone mobile, but I might have a connection issue because we're starting to get out to the edges of my my Wi-Fi. So let me do this. All right, and let me do this. So this is my browser full screen, and I'm going to drag this over. And this is my garage right now. This is a live cam. I mounted a camera on a Raspberry Pi Zero. So this is a Raspberry Pi Zero wireless, one of those real tiny ones that only cost like $5. They actually have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built into them. And then it's using the standard Raspberry Pi camera that you saw me use long ago. And I'm running Motion Eye software. There's a distribution called Motion Eye OS, which is already pre-built. And I know Vladi talked about wanting to do some security cameras. I'm going to show you a couple different things, but Motion Eye OS is already pre-built. They have a version for the Zero or the old Raspberry Pis, and then versions for the 2 and 3. Um, and it also supports other cameras. So, but it's got a really really cool feature. So this is a live feed. So I don't. Some of you guys that drive may or may not have garages where you park your car. You can see there's one car in there right now. This was actually my dad's car before he stopped driving. This is kind of the one we take when we take trips. That's the one where I put the mount on the back headrest for that Raspberry Pi screen to be able to play video games on the road. And we actually took that into the when we went to Nashville, Lizzie and the wife and I. Um, we took that into the hotel room because you can I plugged the Raspberry Pi into the TV in the room, and we watched some TV shows and movies in the evening before winding down. So, but anyway, one of the things I always do, because I'm always on the go, moving, not thinking, is like, did I close the garage door when I pulled out? So what it is I've got it set up. Birds review it as a 10 of 10 with poop on again. Yeah, that's his car. Um, what I do is if I want, I can connect to my home network using a VPN, and it's a secure VPN. You have to have an authorized key to even be able to connect. But once you get on my network, you can then access this garage web interface, and that's what I'm using here. There's other methods, but I'm using the web interface. But what's really cool is like if you click on the screen, you see down here, there's a left and a right. Watch what happens when I click on the left one. Look at that left garage door. It's opening up to heaven. Hello, Kent. I'm God. And there's my Jeep. As soon as the white balance kind of kicks in, you can see my Jeep sitting out there. And I can click on the right one. And now I have the resolution turned up, but the frames per second turned way down because this thing is wireless. And it's kind of far away from my routers, my repeaters and such. So um, you can basically see it, but it works. So if I'm what if I'm on the road and I want to check stuff, I can connect to my local network through the VPN, access this, and then using my phone, close the garage doors. We'll go ahead and close them both. And that's a wheelchair that we bought for my father because he's starting to have trouble getting around. I have to take him to the doctors and stuff. So you can see like right now, the white balance has to readjust. And there it is. So how does that work? Magic. If you don't have the need to do any control, obviously you don't have to worry about it. But if you want to add control buttons, what I'll do is I will show you. Let me connect here to the garage. So this is the Raspberry Pi in the garage. And let me see if I let me change this font. Let's try 22. Okay. So this is rather annoyingly large, but I use Secure Shell. You can't log into my Raspberry Pis or anything on my network without having a secure key that's only I can generate. So there's no username and passwords. There's no way to do it. You have to have the secure key. And I also have all the access to any of these things, like say for the garage, to be filtered by Mac also. So not only would you have to figure out how to get my security key, you'd also have to know there is a password for the Motions Eye software that you'd have to put in, but the browser saves that. So there's security key, password, and Mac filtering. So hopefully this is somewhat readable. And I think it's Motion Eye here. All right, so if you look, I created a file called left _1 and right _1. All you have to do for Motion Eye is there's different keywords for different little icons, and they have a left and right. I think there's like a home, there's like a light. You just put the name of that, they're called actions, and then you do an underscore and then the camera number. That Raspberry Pi only has one camera, so it's number 1. So basically, I have a little script that I've made executable called left 1 and right 1. And if we look at left 1, you can see it's just a little bash shell. This, you can pretty much ignore that line, that runs a program that I wrote called door 1. And if we look at this one, it's called door 2. So when you click that little icon that's left, it runs this program. If you click the right one, my home IP, yep. I'm waiting for the hacking. And then here is the program for the door number 2. So if I go to my source folder, here is the source code, little program I wrote called gdoor, and I have a little makefile I created. When you run the makefile, it compiles gdoor into each of these two. And those are just executable programs. If I run door 1 or door 2, it'll activate the relay out there. And they're a very simple program. Here it is. There's a define for door 1. This defines which pin on the Raspberry Pi I'm using for door number 1. And then this defines which pin I'm using for door number 2. And this is a little library that a guy made. It's on the internet that has the controls for the IO ports. I basically select the proper output here, configure it, set it low, which closes the relay, which shorts out the wires to make the door open. It waits a quarter of a second, and then it takes the relay and turns it back off, closes and exits. That's all I had to do. So when you compile this, the makefile, when you build it for door number 1, I define door number 1. When I build it for door number 2, I define door number 2. That's why I only have to have one source file to generate both versions of the door. And what's nice is by having them here, when I first wrote this, I had a longer delay for the relay. I haven't really tried to turn it down. I don't think I really need to hold the relay for a quarter of a second. So, but I could make changes to the code here, recompile it, and Motion will automatically be calling these programs. So if I make any changes and rebuild it, it automatically takes effect. So, I mean, that's how easy it is. So you could have like actions that pop up to control lights. I mean, anything that you can control with your Raspberry Pi, you could add actions to control them. So let me show you something else here. I'll show you how I kind of use this when I'm on the road. So let me just give me 1 second. Because basically, I'm going to start installing some security cameras around the house, like outside, like front yard, backyard. Let me activate this. Let me do this. Okay. All right. So here is my cell phone. This is a mirrored screen. It's a little slow when I do this. So if I'm on the road and I'm like, did I close the garage door? I can click on the home. And the first thing I would do is I would launch this VPN software, which would connect me to my home network. Because you can't directly connect to my cameras or the garage door unless you're on the home network. And you have to go through the VPN in order to do that. Once I do that, I could click on my cam viewer. And you can see here is down at the bottom down here, it lets me select my cameras. This is one of my printers. You can see I'll move my hand here. So I can look at my printer while I'm out on the road. I can look at the other printer. There's my hand over here, and there you can see the Amazon box that just got delivered. Then this next one here is the garage. I can click it and I can see the garage. So I don't have to like bring up the control thing. I can say, hey, look, the garage is closed. We're good. And this next one, let me check something here just in case, because I put a camera in downstairs. Let me make sure my dad's not like down there, like, doing something crazy. He does have Alzheimer's. So there is the basement downstairs, and you can see the bar area there. Is kind of that's where I usually bring him dinner down there and sit with him, and he eats there because he's having trouble getting up and down the steps. There's a pool table. The blinds are up, which make this look really dark. Normally, if those blinds were down and there wasn't any light coming in, this room would be lit up. Um, and that's his room over in there. So I could check on him if I wanted to, in a sense here, not in his room, but I could see if he's like out here. Um, but this is like a main entry point to the house, so I can have it set up. And like I said, I can jump around and look at other things. So I'm going to put a camera in the front yard, and with this Android, this thing's called like IP Cam Viewer or something. You can add all the cameras and you can access them. I don't have the ability to control the garage door. You can see I can click here, but what I can do is exit this program. I can go back to the garage door or to the home and hit garage door and say it was open. I can click this, and this brings up the Motion Eye interface, but on the phone. And then I can touch the screen and you can see it lit up, and I can say garage door. I hit the left one, and if say that was open, that would have closed it. But I don't need to go through the Motion Eye unless I want to. And I'm going to hit it again to go ahead and send it back down. So that's how that works. I think it's pretty cool. So let me show you a few of the things here. Give me 1 second that I used, just so you can have some information. And like Vladi, I don't know if you've ever did anything. The program is free. Motion iOS is free. And I'll talk a little bit more about one of the things I want to do with it I haven't done yet that Vladi might like. But I'm going to bring up a few things here real quick, just to let you see some things that I'm thinking about next stage, some things I'm using, some things I'm thinking about using for this project. Because all the software is free. I wrote the little program to control the garage door. I'll show you the hardware in a little bit. I'll walk out in the garage and show you what is. I put it up on the wall. I put it up very high so it could look downward. But let me just show you all the software or all the hardware and software that I used, and you can see some of the costs. Because you might think Raspberry Pi makes the most sense to use for everything, and it honestly doesn't. It is very convenient for that garage because I needed control. All right, so let me move this stuff. I'm going to try to get these in the right order. Let me just put these in. All right. Okay. All right. So I love this camera. So Vladi, this could be useful for you if you haven't done all the security stuff. This is what I put down at the bar. This is a power over Ethernet, but you don't have to have power over Ethernet if you don't have that set up. But this one does require a Ethernet line. I have on the wall at the bar there a TV, and there's already power there, and it comes with a little adapter. But you can also use just Ethernet for your power. So I basically put that on the wall. This camera is very nice. It's very inexpensive, 40 bucks. It has night vision. So once the sensor down here at the bottom picks up that there's not a lot of light, it goes into night vision mode automatically. But that does require a wired connection. They do have a wireless one, which is actually a little bit cheaper. Um, these cameras work really, really well, and they are compatible with Motion iOS. And I'll explain that in a second. Honestly, they use Linux, and I think Motion I on them. I'm not 100% positive. I know they use Linux. I think they use Motion I on them. This is another one that's really nice. I'm going to put one of these in my unfinished area of the basement so I can have it aiming straight down, have it up on the ceiling, and have it looking where the sump pump is, the water heater, the water softener, and all that in case I want to just check in to make sure there's no water issues or leaking or anything. Um, so for the garage, what did I use? I used Motion iOS, which is pretty much here. You can pan and tilt it. It doesn't do it automatically. They have a higher end version that you can control it. That one you just have to put it the angle you want and then lock it. But they do have some that you can actually control also. I don't really need that for my setup. Talking, of course, about that one, the dome one. You can control that manually, but you can't control it with the software. That one is wired. My unfinished area of the basement's where all my router and switches are, so that it'll be a very simple process for me to run a network line to it and power. And I prefer wired, if at all possible, versus wireless. So I use Motion iOS, and that's because it's already uh, pre-built with Linux. In the case of Raspberry Pis, it uses Raspbian. I think it might be their own custom stuff now, but it's already configured for the Raspberry Pi. It has all the software you need. You basically just load it up onto your Raspberry Pi. Again, this is 100% free. You download it right from here. Um, Install it. You're good to go. You basically just connect your camera. If you want to use a Raspberry Pi, like I'm doing out in the garage, I'm using the built-in or the Raspberry Pi camera. I would recommend this one instead if you want to use a Raspberry Pi, because this one has got the IR for nighttime and the sensor, the photo cell to determine that it's dark and then turn these things on. One of the things I've seen people do is take these types of cameras, be it the Raspberry Pi ones or these other ones for Raspberry Pis, and actually go out and buy a box of those fake webcams, like that look like this, but it's fake, and then open them up and just take this fake part out. This is a real camera here, but they make fake ones. You can get like a box of them for like $8 with four of them, and they put the Raspberry Pi Zero and the camera inside the actual fake camera and make it a real camera. But if you start looking at the cost, $25.99 for the camera, $5 for the Raspberry Pi Zero. You need power to it. Um, you need an SD card. I think it's better to just get one of these cameras. Or I don't know if these bundles are very good because this bundle comes with a DV or recorder, which you probably don't need. But one of the things that's nice about Motion iOS is you can also take, say, like a Raspberry Pi 3, which is only about 30 bucks, depending on where you get them from. Like Micro Center always has them at normal pricing. Other places will charge you more. You can take a Raspberry Pi 3 because you want to have a decent powered one. Plug a hard drive into an external USB hard drive, say like a 1 terabyte drive or something. It doesn't have to be that big, but that's pretty small nowadays. Plug it into it, run Motion iOS on that, but run that as the master controller that monitors all of your other cameras, be it this camera, that camera, or in my case, the Raspberry Pi Zero out in the garage. It'll monitor all of them. And you can tell it, record everything, record only when you see motion. You can set up times that it records, times that it ignores. Then you tell it keep stuff for 30 days and then delete it, or delete it as you need space. And it'll just constantly cycle it. You can do that like on the like if you put a Raspberry Pi 3 or a 0 in one of the, like an empty case. You could do it on one device, but it's best to have all the cameras running Motion iOS or whatever this has got on it, and then run Motion I kind of as your hub, your DVR on a separate device. But you can do them with Raspberry Pis, super cheap. And then you have that main system that's doing all your DVR recordings of your security cameras and catching all of that motion and keeping it for 30 days or whatever you want to set it to, so that if you have an issue and say, hey, somebody came in on your property, stole your Amazon delivery package, you could go back and look. And even if you weren't sure, like somebody's like, man, something happened. Somebody looks like they damaged this window. I don't know when that happened. You could go back through your last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days and check it. So I really recommend Motion iOS on Raspberry Pis. You can install Motion I on pretty much every OS. But this particular Motion iOS is a pre-made one. And you can see the supported devices for this: Banana, Nano, Orange Pi, Odroid, 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 Pine, and then here's the Raspberry Pis. If you've got the original ones or the Zero, you use this version. Raspberry Pi 2s have their own version, and the Raspberry Pi 3. Yeah, sorry, man, I don't have any camera footage of your place. So I really, really encourage, if this is something you want to do, the Motion iOS is really nice. Raspberry Pis, the Zeros are, like I said, they're $5. So $5, a $4 or $5 SD card, maybe a $6 powered connector, which is basically an Android phone charger cable. Just gotta make sure it's got enough milliamps to handle the Raspberry Pi, and then you need a camera. For me, now I'll what I want to show you is I'll kind of show you how I did it. I'll go out and show it to you, but let's do drawing with Boz. Okay, so basically, here is the Zero. And for the camera, I got the little Raspberry Pi camera board that's like $24, which I've already had. So this is the cam. Kind of hard to read that. And then I have a relay, which is really actually much. It's about the same size as the camera. So I have a relay. So the Zero has on it. It has a HDMI, but I don't need that once I got it set up. So basically, we got power coming into it, basically from an Android style little phone AC plug. And then it's got a little header board on it. And there is a +5, which is 5 volts. There is a ground. This is the symbol for ground. And then there's basically, I got a cat in here like saying, hey, pet me. Then I actually have 2 lines for a relay, which are basically just outputs. So what I do for the relay board is I bring the 5 volts to the relay board. I bring the ground to the relay board. And then I have my 2 outputs to toggle the relay. There's 2 relays on this board. There's one relay and one relay. And then those relays have outputs. When I activate the relay, Amber Cam, she actually touched me on the shoulder to say pet me, and now she's like standing. Let me try to turn off this. I had that thing still on my screen, or my phone's still running that streaming thing. Let me quit it. I'll let you see what the treatment she's giving me for not petting her. She has got her back to me now. She's like, fine. Oh, nope. So there's your amber cam. All right. So so anyway, there's the relay, the camera. The camera. There's an actual camera interface for the Zero, and it plugs a ribbon cable right into it. You know, like a 24/7 one. All right. So now what I have is in the garage. There is a garage door opener that kind of goes to that garage door. And then this other garage door, the smaller one, has a garage door opener. And that controls, the garage door. We'll call that G1. We'll call this G2. Now, typically, the way these things work is you have like a door to your garage and you have a little panel on the wall that these go to. And you can push the buttons on the panel to manually open your garage doors and then go inside your house. Or you can use the remotes, which, use magic. And these garage door openers have little sensors in them that pick up the remotes. You have it learn your remote and it opens the garage door. Now, what I did is I teed off of these lines. There's two wires that go from each of these switches on the wall. It basically is two wires. And if you short those two wires together, the garage door opens or closes. So I run those two to the relay. This is really, really fancy wiring. Some people do the relays and they actually buy like an extra remote and have the relays actually push a button on a remote. And I don't think that's a very smart idea because then you end up having to change the battery in the remote when it runs low and have an extra remote and already have the garage door. In my case, I need two extra remotes because the garage doors need to be different. Otherwise, you have them learn, each garage door learns the same remote, then they both go up and down each time. And if you got one up and one down, if you push it, it's going to make the other one go down, the other one go up. So they're always going to be out of sync. Yeah. Yep. That's all you need to do. Um, some people put the Raspberry Pi, like I have all of this on a board. They put this over here, but because I'm doing the camera, some people just use the relay and the Zero. This relay cost me $5 for the one board, two relays. This costs $5. This is about 25, but I already had it. And then you need a little SD card, which doesn't plug in here, micro SD. And then you need the power, which these are about, these are $5 generally. So, I mean, you got $10, $15, $20. This is about a $45 project here. You could go cheaper if you wanted to go real cheap. For those cameras that I have on the printers, those are just old PlayStation 3i cameras. You can get them on Amazon for like $6. So if you wanted to go real low res on the camera, you could get a little $6 USB PlayStation 3i camera and just plug it into one of the USB ports on the Zero or to the USB port on the Zero. But it's a micro USB, so you would need a little thing to go from micro to a full hub, which is probably $5. You could spend $11 to save instead of 25, so you'd save $14. But if you really wanted to compress it down, or you could not buy this little adapter if you're handy with a soldering iron and just solder, like strip the wires off the PlayStation 3 camera and solder the USB wires right to the Zero itself. So when you push that left or right arrow on my software, it runs a program that I wrote that's on the Zero. You saw I actually built the software on the Zero, compiled it on the Zero. The one program basically closes this relay for a quarter of a second and then it uncloses it. So basically, it shorts the wires for a quarter of a second and then unshorts. Same thing here when you run the other program, and everything works. And then the camera is always running. And you notice I can look at the camera through the Motion iOS, but because it shows up as a network camera by default, I can just use the IP camera viewer, same software that you could use to look at all those cameras, because I used it to look at that one commercial camera that I put in the basement. So what I'm going to do now is I'll show you the out in the garage. I'll show you the actual thing. It's up in the air, so I'm not gonna be able to get way up to it, but I'll let you see it. I don't know how good the signal's gonna work out there, so it might break up. So I apologize if it doesn't go very good. Okay, so I'm gonna walk out there. Cat's gonna go with me. And I apologize if this doesn't work. Should have put my shoes on for this, but so this is the garage. There's the wheelchair. There's the car we don't drive. And up there is the Raspberry Pi Zero board. And you can see I ran wires that go over and I just stapled them up into the ceiling. So on the left side, that's the Raspberry Pi, that white thing. I printed like a little thing to hold it and kind of angle it down. I'm gonna redo the power for now, but you can see the power cable coming off to that black power brick and it plugs into that white strip. The little relay board is above, kind of like that little black and blue thing, and you can see the red and white wires coming down to it. And those wires go up the ceiling, garage door opener 1, garage door opener 2. And I just ran a power strip for now up to there. I'm gonna actually go up in the attic and bring power down to it. But for now, that works. Hopefully, you guys all heard this. If you heard it and it was fine, tell me, because I'm walking back in now. And you can kind of see over here, these are the door openers. There's the cat saying, "What are you doing?" All right, cool. So, I mean, that is the current projects. I mean, I've got other stuff that I probably forgot about. But those are some of the bigger things. I mean, the garage door thing has really worked well. The security cameras and the VPN have worked well. When the wife and I here, let you see cat cam here. She is back. Pet her and see if she does it. Sometimes she'll come over and touch my shoulder. Yep, there we go. She's like, "Hey, hey." And then if I ignore her, see, she turns her back because she likes this. But if I ignore her, once she's like, "Okay, hold it. Why is he not petting me?" Eventually she'll give up. But she still might be like, "Hey, hey, human." She rubbed up against me and she's like, "Hey, hey, pet me." There you have it. So what I want to do is hey, Cloud, I want to do garage door, maybe or put some sensors on the garage door to see if it's up or down, and maybe make something where I can literally just like have like a widget on my phone that tells me if they're up or down. But I'm not sure I want to go through the hell of that because I can just log in and see visually if they're up or down. But I could put some little sensors on the rails that the doors go down so that when the door's all the way up, it hits the sensor, and when it goes all the way down, it hits the sensor. But I probably won't worry about it because I think the camera's good enough. But I'm gonna put a camera outside on the front. I wanna put one out in the back. I wanna put a camera in the basement in the unfinished area just to kind of monitor the sump pump. We have a high water warning sensor on our home alarm. So I already kind of have that, but I could always just check to make sure there's nothing going on down there. And I might put some of the printers down there at some point out of the way. And then I want to, once I get the other cameras, I don't have the Motion Eye on like a Raspberry Pi 3 because I don't have any more Raspberry Pi 3s. I just have a couple zeros left. And those aren't very high end. So they're not really good to be the master controller. But I want to get a Raspberry Pi 3 and a like a 1 or 2 terabyte. I'll probably get a might get like a 4 or 5 terabyte and use it as a media server also. But I want to have that. Yeah, they're trying to fish into something else. Let's see it. Um, but then I'll have that kind of as the security monitoring system, so that I can keep an eye on, recordings and see like if there was. The one thing we have in the neighborhood is the mysterious dog poop bagger. There's somebody, man or woman, who walks their dog in our neighborhood. Their dog poops. They bag it, but then they set the bag of poop down where the dog pooped and leave it for the homeowner to pick up, not themselves to take with them or throw away. So I might catch the dog pooper. I don't. They don't. It's only happened to us once. At least they bagged it, but it's like, why don't I mean? And I thought, okay, hold it. They're probably putting it down. Maybe they're still walking and they're going to pick it up on their way back. But no, they just bag it and leave it. So I would catch the bag pooper, you know, with the cameras if I was so inclined. Um, you actually can get insurance discounts too if you have home security systems. So if you're a homeowner, could be an option for you. But I want to put those cameras in and then get the Raspberry Pi running as kind of like the monitor to keep track of all the recording stuff and delete old footage, but let me have a log if I ever need to go back to it, and probably work as a media server also. The Raspberry Pi 3s have gigabit Ethernet, so that is good for media streaming. They're not high enough power to do transcoding, but they do run Plex and other media server options, so it gives you a lot of cool features there. So that's one project I want to do. I'm always printing different things. Trying to think of what else. The garage door thing was nice. I was going to try to stream the whole project, but I'll be honest, it was super hot, and you know, it's just one of those things where you end up, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, and it's just like it would have been so boring. I already have a Plex streaming set up. It's on basically a rack mount system running Linux, but I'll be honest, it's that was the computer I connected to. I think, or no, I only connected to the zero. I thought I connected to my home network one or my home Linux server thing. But I'll be honest, I don't use it for that much, and the Raspberry Pi is just about as powerful as that system because it's 6, 7 years old. Probably a little bit older than that. And I don't do transcoding on that one either. So it'd be a lot less power usage because those rack mount systems. When I turn that thing on, the fans, they blow up to speed, and it draws quite a bit of power. And I used to run a lot of the crew servers on it when we used to do a lot of the stuff early in the crew days. Um, I ran a private mumble for the crew on it and a bunch of stuff, but I don't really run anything on it anymore except as a file server for Plex. So I think a Raspberry Pi would be much better suited for it. Or possibly, you can get a network attached server, and some of those have Plex built into it too. I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, I have the option because I'm already going to have the external drive just for footage. And when I talk about media stuff, I don't really care about keeping the media stuff if it's like a movie or TV show. Once we've watched it or it's been recorded and we watched it, I don't care. So I'm not really worried about retention. So I'm not going to worry about like some multiple drives in like a RAID array or something. And even the security footage, I'm okay with like just a regular drive. And if the drive dies, I lose my security footage because if I want to, I can pull stuff off on it. And if the rare thing happens where I need it footage off of it, and the hard drive dies, or whatever. So, and you can have the cameras themselves store stuff, but I'll be honest, you're running micro SD cards on them, so it's best to basically install the OS and have minimal things happening on that micro SD card. That way, you don't have to ever worry about power failures and different things affecting your OS. Um, and if you ever need to, you literally just have to. I mean, I've already copied my source code to like the garage door. So if that SD card ever dies on that zero, it's so easy to just reinstall it. So, but I mean, if you think about it, if I go back to it here, let me bring up my um, make the terminal bigger again. Let me do this. I mean, this is the Raspberry Pi in the garage. And I mean, it's got, I thought it had 512K, but I mean, maybe it's only got 368 or something. I don't know. But you can see I got 71 megabytes free, 76 being used. So, I mean, Motion's using 11% of the CPU, if that. I've left that thing out in a hot garage. I mean, we've had 100-degree weather. It's worked beautifully. I've never rebooted it, never had to do anything. As soon as I hit the buttons, but I mean, it's just really cool to think about it. This I'm on right here. This is my Raspberry Pi, and I can go into the source code, and I can make a change to it, and you can see I've got the compiler. So I mean, I can compile, I can run. It's a web server to let you see the that Motion iOS brings up a web server, so you can actually see the cameras and have those action buttons to control things. I mean, all that's being done on a little $5 board with like a $5 micro. I think I got like a 16 gigabyte micro SD card, but that's overkill. I mean, um, yeah, it's 16 gigabytes, and I've used 1.5 gigabytes. So you could get a 4 gig card, 8 gig card, or something. Go super cheap on it for something just like this. Obviously, if you're going to store your video and stuff or your footage, you're going to probably want more space, and you probably want to go with an external drive. The Raspberry Pi 3s can actually boot from USB also, so you could technically install the OS and everything on the drive. I would still go with the micro SD for the OS, and then just use an external drive for data. And I've been running Raspberry Pis for both those printers. There's two Raspberry Pis, a Raspberry Pi 2 and a Raspberry Pi 3, not the 3B Plus. I think it might be a 3B. One's running. I think the 2 is running the first printer that I haven't used a lot lately, and the 3B is running the one I've been printing most of my stuff on, the one that had the lights I added. Those little Raspberry Pis are, I think I showed it before. I printed a little box that holds both Raspberry Pis. So both Raspberry Pis are in those boxes, constantly turned on, constantly running. Let me exit this. And when I go to the, like, this is the one Octoprint running on one of the Raspberry Pis. This is the older one, and this is the one where you can see that camera. Woo! Less delay when I go through this. And then you can go to the other Raspberry Pi, and I can go to the webcam. This one's a little different because I got a time lapse thing I'm playing with, and then I can go woo. So these two Raspberry Pis are controlling those printers. This one here actually runs a few other little things in the background that I'm not going to talk about yet because I don't want to reveal all my secrets. The Raspberry Pi is very cool. You can run a printer off of zero. It's the 2s and 3s are possibly overkill depending on what you want to do. But I would say if you're going to go with a 3D printer and you want a Raspberry Pi control it, get at least a 2, because you can have a little extra power. So that, my friends, is the hardware projects. Any questions? Best thing though is the toothbrush squeezer thing. Gotta say. And I'll make a highlight of that. And like I said, hopefully Lilu can watch that. Maybe she'll watch it like Pappy did and talk on it and be confused that nobody's responding. I mean, I've got some other ideas for projects I want to do. I mean, obviously, like I said, I want to do more cameras. Um, but that's kind of one project. You know, the one thing I'm going to do next is, like I said, that little adapter that I showed you. How strong is the plastic? The plastic for the toothbrush thing. Is that what you're talking about? Tell me what you're asking about. For the 3D prints in general. It depends on how many layers you make. Um, I mean, let me. I'll show you this. They're very sturdy. You can set infill percentages, tell it like how much to put in, and technically you can go 100%, and where it's all solid infill. But let me do this. Bring this up. So this thing here, I mean, I can try to bend it. I mean, I touch it. I This thing is very thick, and I can't even make it bend. You know, and I can push down. You know, you got stuff like this. Let me open it back up. I mean, this thing here is much thinner, and I can bend it. You can see it can bend, but it's still very sturdy. So this thing here is, I think, 50% infill. So the first 3 layers on the bottom and top are 100%, and then it's 50% on the infill, which is probably overkill for this. But I mean, this thing is solid. You know, this thing here is very solid. Like once you put it together, it snaps together. I mean, you could bend it if you wanted to. And then if you look at some of the stuff that I've made, like that tux is super solid. I mean, that thing is just, it's like a tank. I could throw it at you and it would hurt. This thing here is a little dangerous. This is, you put a blade on it. Good scraper. But I mean, the prints are very sturdy. I mean, this is just a little dice I did as a test. I mean, I can't squeeze it and make it hurt. Now, if I stood on it, it would probably collapse. But I honestly think I could probably almost stand on it. So with the right infill and the right design, you could get away with a bit. I mean, they're very sturdy. And you can also, when you design things, design it so that when it's being printed, the direction that it lays the filament down is not the same direction that all the force or the most force would be coming from, if that makes sense. But I mean, I've seen some people use some prints for some pretty cool things. And there's different filaments there's flexible filaments. So like when I showed you guys that hard shell wallet, there's people who are printing with flexible filament. I have some flexible filament. I've never actually used it yet. They're printing like an actual folding wallet to put in their pocket made out of flexible filament, and it bends. I mean, it's very rubbery almost. So there's flexible filaments, and there's different filaments that have different strengths. They have different temperature resistance, so that you can get hotter, you know, and they don't melt. I've gotten some stuff that I've printed that I've got out in my car, like my Jeep. I printed a couple little things that help redirect defroster air, and I don't use it obviously in the summer, but it's still on the front dash, right at the windows, the front windows of the Jeep. So when it's 100 degrees out, I leave that car sitting outside, except in the winter. That sun shines right on it, and that PLA is never warped at all. And I'm sure it gets up. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things. Like I said, if you left your dog in the car, or you're an animal, or even a person, you'd be in deep trouble. But the PLA doesn't have as high a temperature resistance as PETG or ABS, so it handles some pretty good temperatures. Obviously, you're not going to take one of these prints. Like if I took this toothbrush thing and put it down in like a boiling water, it's going to start deforming. I made a little print. I designed this little clip for the wife for the dishwasher because it's got like the little door you put all the utensils in started to like come loose. So when you wanted to like open the door, sometimes the silverware tray would open up and all the silverware would kind of fall out in the dishwasher. So I made a little clip that snapped onto it and just you slide it up or down to keep the tray closed. And I just used PLA because I didn't have anything high temp at the time, and it survives the drying cycles of the dishwasher and has been working now for probably 7 6 7 months, and it's made it so the dishwasher works. Have I played with wax flexible? I don't know about wax. I didn't see your message earlier there, Apple. Um, but I've got flexible filaments. I've never printed any yet. I don't know about the wax thing though. I've never heard of wax filament. But there's a lot of cool stuff. 3D printing is fun. Most of the stuff I showed you, obviously, I didn't design. I mean, obviously the thing for the dishwasher, I designed it. The little plastic part that held that Raspberry Pi Zero at an angle and downward, I designed that. Um, I've designed I showed you guys a cup holder thing that I made for the wife. I designed that. One of the most useful things I designed was a door jamb to keep the doors open. So I actually made this little thing that hooks onto the top of the door, and I use like little foam inserts on it. So I actually designed it to use the foam as part of the measurement, knowing that the foam would take up some space. And it slides on the top of the door and holds super snug. And it has a little part that sticks out to stop the cat from closing the door all the way, because she likes to go in the wife and I's bedroom and she likes to push the door closed. You might think that's really fun, but then she's stuck in there. So during the day, when no one's here or no one's in there, we put that on top of on the door. She can't close it. She'll go in there and we'll hear a noise, but the stopper stops it, so she can't close the door. And we also put one on the room that has her litter box, so she can never close the door to not be able to get to her litter box. I designed that, but like the stuff you see that you saw on the wall, the Tux, the Batman, Groot, Pickle Rick, those are things other people designed. But that's some of the beauty of 3D printing is there's so many designs people have made and put them up online. So there's so many things you can make and use um, for all kinds of different purposes. And I've made some other things. I mean, when I showed you guys that the Raspberry Pi on the back of that little display for the emulation, I made a little box that holds that circuit that does the 12 volt to 5 volt conversion and has the USB plug on one side for output and then the hole for the wire to go to the display. But I mean, it's a rectangle. So most of the stuff I design are very sharp or slightly curved edges. I haven't gotten crazy with like fancy designs because it's just, I mean, I'm an electrical engineer, computer engineering. I'm not a mechanical guy, but I can make some stuff. Just I can't get crazy with it. So but it's fun to do. Um, some of the projects are really cool, and like I said, the garage door opener was a lot of fun just because I had to write a little bit of program. I mean, you saw it was like 10 lines of code, so it wasn't like literally there was that much to do. Did you make a smarter toilet paper dispenser? I don't know why it would need to be smarter. Motion detection. I don't know if you're talking about for the toilet, but that seems a little bit odd. That's one place I don't want to put cameras or sensors. The bathroom. I wonder if Big Brother has cameras, a TV show, in the bathroom. Because you could just go in there and hide and like cry and whatever. I got a feeling they got to have cameras near it. Well, they ask Gizmo. So, but I mean, it's fun. The projects are fun. I like making them. I like to show you guys stuff that I made. Hey, Little Pie. Little Pie shows up literally after I've showed all the projects. Little Pie, you're gonna have to go back through the VOD when I'm done. I showed all kinds of stuff. I showed probably a dozen different things. This latency. No, I don't. I mean, you could do that. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard, but you always have the issue like when it runs out of toilet paper. Are you going to have a sensor to know that there's no toilet paper left? I don't. You could do it. I mean, it definitely would be easy to do. You wouldn't need it. You wouldn't even need much of hardware. I don't even know if, for something like that if I'd even use a Raspberry Pi. I'd probably use like an Arduino or something that is more embedded and standalone, fast booting. Not that you need any real time stuff, but you don't have to worry about a full OS. I know there's some bathrooms use facial recognition to prevent people from. What is the facial recognition for? It's like, is it just so that if you come in and it's like you've already been in here and we're not going to let you have any more? You're an abuser of the bathroom. What if they've got like a problem where they have to go bathroom a lot? Had some bad tacos. Then you start running into like Elaine on Seinfeld when she was begging the person in the stall next door to give her toilet paper. She was out in her stall. Oh, they were taking it home. God, that just kind of shows how bad it must be if you have to steal toilet paper. That's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. Wonder if DB's in the Space Force yet. Are you in the Space Force yet, DB? Yeah, I mean, you're gonna fight the alien invasion. I mean, you're already a skilled combat warrior on the computer, and they'll probably give you like a room to set in, and you'll be like not a drone, but like a robot that you'll be controlling. So you won't actually have to go to space, but you'll be controlling like Optimus Prime from a secure location. That'd be kind of cool. I was really disappointed in the PUBG Invitational. Like I don't know, I think Kama's probably gone, but there was like 5 people it looked like showed up to watch it. And then, did you guys see the? Let me see if I can find it. The Overwatch thing that made the fails or whatever. Um, Let me do this.
I'm the one, yeah! Shout out DJ Envy in the building! Let's go! New York! Sing it!
Listen to them singing.
Another one!
Pretty much, they had people saying that when they went there. Nobody knew who this guy was. Yeah, we can play some cuisine. Hang on. Let me change the dash. That's that like DJ Khalid, or they pretty much, from what I've heard, I don't know much about him. They say he pretty much just says his name to music. Like that's his whole thing. Is he just gets up on stage and music plays and he kind of hops around and says his own name. I could do that. Bill Bars in the house, and just say I could do that. Hey, Bill Bars. Yeah, I think that's my goal. I'm gonna be the new DJ Boz. You sure you don't want to play LGBT versus Russia? Hopefully I don't have to update this. Some files seem obsolete or damaged. Of course they are. Nah, they don't have multiplayer in that. I don't think they ever will. Somebody's saying that company has made like 3 versions of that game that are almost identical, and they've never enhanced any of them. So they say that they think they're just continually making spin-offs with a different name just to keep making sales, but never actually enhance the game. I don't know if this is going to restart on its own or if it's actually downloading. This is the weirdest thing ever. DJ Boz in the chat. Let me hear you.
Wait, what?
That's pretty much the way everybody acted for DJ Khalid.
Oh.
I got it.
Yeah, no, I was trying to pause your stream so I wouldn't hear 2 of you. Because 1 of you is enough. Woo.
That's what she said. So I have to download an update. It's got 1 minute and 20 seconds. Their servers are really bad. Yeah, Cloud was rocking the Realm Royale yesterday.
Oh.
First game we played, I got killed, made it, turned into a chicken. Screamed for her to help me, and all she did was laugh. And she couldn't stop laughing for like 5 minutes after I died.
That sounds familiar.
And I'm thinking, she's seen the game played. She knew there was chickens.
But it's different when you're in the moment, you know?
Yeah, there's no chickens in this game.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
I don't know if anybody else wants to play that has it. It's free. We understand why. It's fun though. It's humorous. I don't anticipate this one having a very long shelf life, but hey.
That was pretty good. I just got that.
Thank you. You need to find like a super rich, like Bill Gates level boyfriend type thing, that wealthy. And then get like tons of video games for all of us. Like get us all Escape from Tarkov, the super version.
Okay, you're one to talk. You have like 50 million games, though.
But I don't have Escape from Tarkov.
Fair enough. Yeah, I work with doctors. I can probably find me a young one.
I don't think I've ever. Apple wants a rich friend also. His rich friend. I don't think I've ever paid like. Have I ever paid $100 or more for a video game? Maybe like over time. Like say like a Diablo or something with expansion packs.
Yeah, probably over time, but oh god.
I mean, I think I could have, but I canceled my Fallout 4 just because I was getting so many other games. It's like I just couldn't justify getting like a collector's edition.
Jeez. Yeah, no, I can't imagine spending $100 on a game.
I mean, it looks like a lot of fun, but it's just like, man, I just know like when they eventually come out on Steam or wherever they do it, and they said the prices aren't going to go up, but they're not going to go down either. And it's just like, I feel like the game's going to be dead by then.
Yeah, because yeah,
It's like this is the
there's
time
just
to
so
play
many
it.
games pushing out.
And I kind of feel like that's their thing. I wonder if they know that. If they're like, yeah, we know that we're in EA and this is our time to strike. And by limiting the inventory, we're going to get all these early adopters to pay more. And then when the game fully releases, it's probably going to die. So let's get all the money we can.
Smart move.
You let me know when you've updated.
Oh, I've been ready.
Oh, you've been running? I thought.
Yeah. I thought you were still updating.
I don't know if I have you.
Because I know you have really slow internet.
No, I got horrible internet.
You should? Yeah, I have you.
Invite me, man. I thought I had you before, so I don't know.
Alright.
Is anybody actually playing this? Oh, Little Pie's downloaded Realm Royale. Is that what you're talking about? It's at 9 seconds? Oh no, that's your latency. I still don't think my dashboard actually took.
Oh, good cue.
Yeah, I wonder if this is because there's just less servers now. Or if everybody's playing it. It looks like Tarkov does have wipes also. That's good.
Baby wipes.
Yeah. So after you've wiped your butt too much, you lose all your loot.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, we can see if we can get some Realm Royale people. Maybe a little pie in a bit. All right, I think we're going into the game. There we go. I'm in the clouds. I see cloud.
I'm getting a game is running, and it's still on the. What?
It usually goes to the like the main desktop, back to your desktop, and then eventually it starts up. I'm on the ground.
Oh, okay. I see.
don't know
It's in a different tab.
Oh, what I just picked up.
Hey, my magazine's empty. Reloading.
Okay.
It's my building. All right, let's get some loot. I can't find anything. You're looking at my underpants.
Finding all these mags, but no weapons.
Yeah, I've got a Luftwaffe.
Ah, here we go.
Ooh, I found a loot box.
Oh, we're not far.
Okay, scope. Didn't that go here?
Ooh, I've got the Luger.
See a doctor. Get rid of the red ointment. Latency's back up 30 seconds.
Ooh, an irresistible sausage. Don't mind if I do.
That joke just writes itself. I can't even. Sometimes the jokes are just too easy to do. Ooh, what's this? Poignant ham. What is poignant ham? I don't really get the.
I don't know. I like their little names.
It may just be because I stream at a higher bandwidth.
All right, circles.
Circle's coming.
Yeah. Good solid amount of houses over here. Ooh. Was there some shots? Not close.
I really don't have any armor besides my little walk or whatever on my head, but got an AK ham.
Yeah, I got back and front armor, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of shots.
Yeah, it's east. Found another loot box.
Ooh, buttocks protection. Oh yeah, it's a waffle iron.
Hey, whatever works. It'll leave a nice waffle imprint on your butt too. That's popular.
Yeah, it's open and it's covering each cheek. Aw, man, you got like good shopping bag.
Yeah, I went to the mall.
What'd you get? Go to Victoria's Secret.
Yeah. Got something lacy.
Ooh. Well, they do have a $5 undie sale going on.
Yeah, I usually go in and try them all on and then put them back.
Do you give them the sniff test?
Now you just took that really weird.
What?
No, I just I just put them on. I don't see anybody.
Me neither. SWAT just get gunned down now.
I don't think that's at us.
Nope. That was really loud.
Let's go kill him.
Alright.
I don't know what that gun is, but that's.
Ooh, it sounds fun.
Ooh, that's close.
Let's make the most amount of noise as possible with our damn ladles.
What do you want to do? What's a good strategy that you've learned from the army?
I'm not infantry.
You still have to know something.
Well, yeah, but we don't go too in depth.
Oh, you can't reveal military secrets. That's what you're telling me.
No, I mean you can just look up a bunch of videos and like you're good.
It's like,
Honestly, the only tactile movement I've learned was in basic training, and that was nothing, really.
I'm hearing the shots, but I'm not seeing anybody yet.
I feel like they're in the building. That church, I think it is. Or at least a building, because if they would shoot again, that would be great.
Just not at us.
Yeah, right? Alright, well, I'm gonna try and loot a bit.
That's a gutsy plan. Hey, Raham. You're welcome to come join us, Raham. I don't know if this one works for you. No, you didn't have much luck with Rome.
Looks like... Ooh, do you want some Royal Hunt Duck?
Excuse me?
Royal Hunt Duck.
I don't know. I got pizza.
Ah, okay, there you go. Hey! I got a bag.
Nice.
Went to the grocery store.
These guys had to be around this area.
I feel like they've moved on with their lives.
So there's 10 other people.
Oh! Oh! Yeah, they're further out east.
I feel like they have bigger guns than us.
Yeah. They're probably on one of those automatics
AVS.
that are in the...
That was an AVS kill.
They're probably in the next town then. Well, we're in circle, so...
Yeah, the circle's still so big, it's not really doing a lot.
Mm-mm. Oh, boy. Well...
Yeah, we're not in the circle now. I think we are now. I mean, I think
Hey.
this is close. Like,
How you doing, banana shorts?
I don't know, this blood bag. I don't think it's the right blood type. I think I'm like Danny. I'm type D.
Well, in that case, I got some irresistible sausages
Don't we all?
I can give you.
So there's 7 other people.
Yep, we're doing
I
great.
mean, we're doing the traditional PUBG style, you know, here when they have the tournaments. Playing stealthy, trying to wait it out, and then, you know, win, and people say you can't. Now, we probably won't win. We'll get slaughtered, but we got the first half.
It's our original H1 tactic.
You like the hat? Yeah, thank you. I got it at Walks R Us. Oh, yes.
That's close.
EPD 40.
That's like right up in those trees.
I forgot.
Okay, I'm moving a bit up
Okay.
because I forgot how much I hate that sound of the border.
heck was that? A grenade?
Yeah.
I hate the when people have it. I like when I have it, but I hate when people have the super bunny hop thing.
Yeah, right.
All right, 6 other people, possibly 3 teams. Hopefully, we get lucky on the circle.
Yeah.
I'd have to
Well,
AFK for a second. I'll try to play, but I got a phone call.
okay. Oh my gosh, I hate that border. Oh, yep, we good. Oh, there's a car. Left side driving. Not coming towards us.
All right, I'm back. What'd I miss?
Okay, so creepy border came up. Border is good for now. There was a car driving to the left, not coming our direction, as far as I know.
There is squads shots. I think it's 4-player. We've played it earlier or before. Solo, duos, and squads. Oh, is somebody right in front of us?
No, you can open windows.
Oh.
Sorry. I didn't know that.
I saw the movement of it, but didn't see what it was. That's when I walked in front of the window.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't know you could open windows. Darn, closing door.
All that movement made me scared. Oh, it's TV. What are the dementor sounds? It's the border. You can see it's like we're right on the edges.
Is there a way just to mute the border?
No, not that I know of. Wow.
We are good, but I feel like I really want to run because of that border.
I'll go wherever you want to go.
Okay. Let's go. Hold on. I'm just gonna readjust sound. Is that at us?
I don't know. I didn't. I mean, I don't remember if this game has like audio for the bullet impact.
To the south. $165.
Yeah, I don't see anybody. So I don't think it's at us.
Mm-mm.
border might push them.
Yeah, it's been on our side so far.
That gun should not be
Oh
allowed.
god. Oh god. He's on one of the mounted ones, I think.
Did you go tell the guy to stop mounting things? Not that type of game.
Hmm? What?
Go tell the guy to stop mounting things.
Hey, so, everyone has their, thing, but, south. Directly south, coming down the hill.
I see him. You want to engage him right when they hit the water?
Yeah.
Need cover!
Got one.
You want more?
Got another. Hell yeah. Hey, there's some body armor over here if you need it, and butt stuff over here.
Oh, it's a 2v1.
He's coming.
Where's he at?
Water. I heard him jump in the water. He has a bouncy thing. Over here. Directly in front of him.
We're the best.
Yes.
I had 2 kills.
I had one.
We did it, Internet. We did it. I think Shots is ready to play.
Oh, baby, you know it.
All right, I'm going to grab a drink real quick if you can get Shots in. And I don't know if Raham said something about it, but I don't know if he's back or if anyone else is here. So, if whatever, try to get the squad all assembled. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead. I'm not ready, but I don't know what'll happen if you invite somebody. So I'm all ready right when I get back, like 1 minute.
That's good.
Can I get an invite?
What's your name?
Like,
I can't do it through Steam.
Shots.
So what's your name?
93737.
Is that with a 0 or an O?
It's an O. I'm a new
Oh.
man.
Oh, 09037?
93737.
Damn, okay.
Jeez. God damn. You have been added to friends by D-Bats.
That's me.
You're the chief.
Hell yeah, I am.
They need to cut that I and make it a chef. Why is there letters on my name?
You're not the first
There's
Shots.
letters in your name?
Numbers. Or numbers.
Is there anyone else? Or are we going with the 3?
I'd say I haven't seen Raham respond.
Okay, I'm going for it.
Why is there numbers on my name? I'm so confused.
I think it's just because there's multiple people with Shots.
There's 937,000.
Possibly.
You're not original.
You're gonna make me cry.
Hodge has a number on his, and so does Retro. But Raham, Danny, Cloud, DB, and myself don't. I think we won that because we were at least aggressive. I mean, obviously we kind of camped a little bit, but we were aggressive on the first group in the water, and then the other guy was outgunned.
Yeah.
If we let those guys cross the water, we'd probably lose. I didn't even see the other guy the second one that you killed. I just saw his body go flying.
Yeah, no, he was hiding in the bushes. Cause I thought you killed him because his body kind of disappeared under the bushes. I was like, oh, he's dead. But then I realized it was the wrong one, and I just shot in the bushes, and I got him.
Yeah, I thought I saw a guy in the bush, and I shot the bush, but I didn't think I hit anything. And I kind of tried to come back around, and I saw one of the guys come up out of the water, and I mowed him down. I didn't hit the last guy very much, so I think you must have hit him pretty good early.
Yeah, I did. He was like right in front of me. He was focused on you.
I think I had like 10 or 12 bullets left for the second guy, or the last guy. I had the other gun, but that AKM was nice. Finding those refrigerator things or whatever is really important. They give you a lot of good loot to start.
I can do this one and then one more possibly.
I've just got clouds on my screen.
Yeah, I just got polka dots.
You should land. That's kind of like the loading phase. I mean, we're already in.
This dude really needs to go to bunny slippers of bounce. Chiropractor.
Yo, I got bananas on my boxers.
Man, I never get the bananas.
I'm real OG here.
I don't have any weapon besides a knife.
Same. Kind of spawned in a crap area.
I think we need to head west, maybe to that one town.
East.
You're that springy.
You jealous?
Yeah, I am.
I mean, PUBG has the frying pan on the butt.
Oh, if you double tap, you go far.
Go fur.
Yeah.
Does that mean furry, like, you know, or like grow hair?
I mean, if you're into that, I mean, you do you, Boz, but...
I'm not a furry. I mean, I have anything against furries. What's her face? I think she's a furry. Pup used to draw. No, Pup used to draw pictures.
Oh, there's a guy right here! There's a guy right here!
I don't have a gun.
Get him.
I have a knife.
Alright, let's all stab him. I think he's in that first building.
The one shots is
your
going
right. To your right, behind you, shots.
Yeah,
he's
around.
Yeah. He's over to the west.
I got killed. There was 2 of them at least.
Yep. There's 2. They took my slippers. Oh, here he comes.
Get him 93737. That's your zip code.
I'm on it.
Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo.
I don't know why it
Doo-doo.
took it a while to figure out I wasn't in game.
Gosh, get him.
Be nice if there was a gun for you.
Oh, he juked you.
I see you. At least I think
There's
I
one
was.
behind you as well. 2 of them over behind you. Behind you. Yep, there they are. Get on that gun. Can you get on that gun?
I don't know.
Ooh, nice.
You were born for this, shots.
Oh, right there, right.
I can reload. Just click.
Welcome back, Raham. If you want to play,
Sad day.
oh, that game went so quick. Raham, are you wanting to play? If you are, you need to like get in here immediately. EB's on limited time. I said sure. He's got to do a Space Force mission here shortly. I think you're going to Mars.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they found water supposedly under a big like underground lake on Mars.
20-kilometer water lake
Ooh.
underneath like one of the ice caps.
Rahum is get_Rahum, just like Discord. If you don't have him, DB, I can't invite him, or can I? No.
I'm like Agent 47 from Hitman, but I'm Agent 93737.
Is that your like bust size, hip size, waist size, or something? Or your modeling career?
I don't think I have him on Steam.
Should be
Thought
able
I
to,
did.
can't you just go up to search for friends in game and just type get_Rahum?
Is it E.T.?
GET_Rahum?
Yeah.
He's got to have numbers then, because...
No, he doesn't.
No?
Oh.
20123 RHM, that might do it.
Wait, say that again.
It's RAHUMDB.
Oh,
Remember when I said it's the same as Discord?
got it. Oh, I didn't tab up.
Member Chewbacca.
I remember Chewbacca.
I don't think DB members Chewbacca.
Nah.
Huh?
I printed Chewbacca. Although what's funny is when you see this thing from a distance, it looks like a turd on your table or something.
Rahum isn't accepting the invite.
It logged me out for some reason because I played a game like a minute ago. It's not letting me log in.
If you don't accept this in 10 seconds, I'm gonna flip a goat.
I'm gonna freak out.
Freak out!
But DB, when you go to Russia, talk to the Tarkov devs. You know, flirt a little bit if you have to. Get us some free copies of that EOD version.
Oh, will do. Too easy.
Hey, TARDIS. I earned 3 kills. I unlocked Germany, Japan, Switzerland boxer shorts. I thought I killed somebody previously. Does it mean in one game?
Maybe in one game?
Oh, come on. Let's be honest. That's going to be impossible.
Wait, do we get the rest boxer shorts of World Cup then?
Yeah, well, it says we do, but like if you click customization up the top left,
Oh, hey!
do we have something? They're all locked for me besides random.
Yeah. England, Sweden,
England is
Russia.
my city.
What do they mean by unlock the rest boxer shorts? Does it mean all of them?
I have no idea.
TARDIS Rahum's trying to join, but I think DB's going to leave.
Unless you have to restart the game for it to fly.
So I think DB's going to go after this game. I think the invite went away.
Yeah.
There we go. It's back.
Yeah, I tried resending it.
Oh man, this friend finder tells me to search for new friends. Sorry guys.
Well, that's probably good advice, let's be honest.
I haven't talked to you guys in like a solid 2 months.
Yeah, it's kind of
Good thing or bad thing?
Oof, I don't know. It's giving me the chance to jumpstart my Patreon nudes career.
Oh, that's good. I wish you well with that. You know. That,
$50, they're all yours. I'll hand deliver them.
You know, it sounds. I bet you will. Sounds a little weird, but you have really, you found a void to fill.
Oh yeah. Couple, actually.
Raham, what's the deal, man?
It unlogged me out, and I logged in like 2 months ago, or whenever the game came out. So I don't remember my password, so I'm having to reset my password.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna start it, and then...
Okay, there-
Oh, you got it?
He's gonna say you got it, then it's gonna be another 10 minutes.
Okay, well...
Yesterday.
Poor guy
Oh,
yesterday.
nope, I'm in.
Did you just say you got it?
He said he's in.
Yeah.
Gives us more time to hear this epic music.
If you don't
Yeah, right?
accept it in 10 seconds, we're gonna freak.
You just be able to click on the
Flip
little
the
envelope
coat.
down at the bottom.
Oh my god.
Look at that. Squad
Happening.
assemble. Squad. Does anybody play that game?
Squad?
Yeah.
Squad?
It probably has a dedicated fan base.
Do you think Smurf got permabanned on Twitch?
It says that he was removed for too many harassment reports.
Well, that's probably just
I don't
everybody
care.
spamming it. But I wonder if like Twitch is gonna like keep him permabanned. Hey George, DB and I won a duos, our first duos match of the day. DB and I won it. I want my shorts.
You can have mine. I have no problem with that.
Well, I mean, you're comfortable with your nudeness. I just want to know what unlock the rest boxers. Do we have boxers we wear when we're resting?
Are those dinosaurs on those one boxers?
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty sick.
I think I had those last game.
Oh, this guy's smoking a cigar with a colander on his head.
All right. In the clouds. Flying downward. And landing. Touchdown.
Sounds good. Is that your mixtape?
Yeah.
Oh, I got duckies.
I'll sell it to you for $5. I'm gonna put it in your hand and immediately tell you you owe me $5.
You do that.
It's the old Washington way.
Hey, my magazine's empty. Reloading.
Oh, I just went shopping.
Oh, baby. A 4-time scope? Oh, yeah. Come here. I have a Car 98 with 5 rounds.
Wow, this is a guaranteed win. Car 98, scope, he's naked. I mean, that's the dream.
And I'm
setup.
not afraid.
I've got left leg armor.
Do you,
and a small
do
back.
you use a certain appendage to get Kentucky windage?
Yes. I have an uber pan of bullet protection.
Yeah. I have buttocks protection. And head armor. Am I knocking? It sounds like knocking
I
versus
heard
guns.
that.
Hello?
Hello.
Exclusive
hello?
pastry.
This is my house.
No, get up.
Are those gunshots at us?
I don't think so.
Exquisite bread. It's very exquisite.
Did anyone ever see a like refrigerator outside?
I got one that
Did
I
you?
saw.
Okay, because there's usually like at least one in these big towns.
There's only 24 alive.
I don't remember how many stars. Is 50 in this game? I'm seeing a lot of yellow stuff on the top right. Anybody getting a lot of weird, like, exclamation indicators?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we've looted this, and I think the fighting was in the other town near us.
Uh-oh.
I only have 5 rounds.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, it's down there.
I feel like I'm gonna be first to die.
Are we going to fight him?
I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
I say shots is call.
I'm just a lovely underwear model, okay? This decision is not on me. Playing in first person is a trip, though.
What's the button for that?
V.
Oh, I have a cigar!
The only thing about this game is you can never be too quiet when you're armored up with all the pans. You're not gonna be silent.
Hey, shots, could you calm the noise, please?
Skirt, I'm looting, boys. There's a Luger. I don't need it. What is a Luftwaffe drilling? What?
Oh god, that border.
Oh wow.
Oh, whoops.
I led us to death, boys.
It's pretty close to the edge, though. We made it. Of course, now if there's anybody back in that area, they're gonna be coming through also.
Is this like a shotgun?
I think I had the loof thingy. I never used it though, because I got an AK.
What the heck?
There's another car,
Was
car
that-
98 in here. Does anyone else need a car?
Oh, I could use it.
Go ahead, you can have it.
I'm gonna steal all the ammo.
Right on the wall there. Oh boy. I'm stuck!
Let me at him.
Oh, the door closed. DB. Is DB taunting me? Coming back to us. Ooh, shit.
Save your lips. So some of these are really close.
And haha, knee pads of speed.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty slow with all these pans.
See you. Ooh!
That's close.
Hey, poker. Alright, well, we're in, barely.
Except for DB.
It's okay, I got speed.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
So is smoking.
You're doing both.
Oh, it's brutal.
Smoke and crack is whack.
Are they in this thing right here?
I don't think so.
Oh, there's 9 others.
Getting it like 60 and 75 region.
We're not in either.
Do we want to go to that house east?
Yeah. Oh, there's a car too.
We're barely in. Pretty much out.
I've just seen one, I can't tell.
Still in because the circle's not moved yet. Still 7 left.
My shots are coming from these houses down here.
Oh god, that scarecrow scared me.
Did its job.
Don't shoot it.
There's a guy right in front of me. He's around here somewhere.
I mean, there's a dead body here.
Oh, found him.
Oh, okay. He instantly.
Second's gone.
Where's he at?
They went into the houses, left side. What's the button on back?
Oh, I just got.
Oh.
You said
I got domed. Guy, basically south of where I died on something. So be careful when you peek that way, Raham.
Told you guys, I'm just a model. I don't do combat.
they're further in the town. I think they just kind of forgot about us.
Yeah, the one guy was I mean, the one guy was south, probably about 150 from you, DB, and he was. Oh, there's a guy on the roof, DB, right to one southeast. Guy right there on the roof. You could have killed him. He was like completely exposed.
A little bit lower.
That house right there? Yeah.
He's keeping him busy if you can get a shot on him.
I see where there's another dude, so I can't think. Dude.
Oh! Damn.
He just got killed by a relaxed beaver.
The beaver's fighting back.
This could be a 4v1.
There's a raccoon in the car.
There's Boz's dead buddy right there. Okay, so it's not a 4v1.
They're killing our cabbage. Get him, Raham.
Up on the roof. Nice.
Could be a 2v1, could be a 1v1v1.
How did he get up there?
Probably bunny feet.
Leave it to Beaver.
That's impressive for a dead body.
Look at him. He's just lounging.
That's the rest shorts. Guys, you just made yourself a target.
Well, at least we'll find out where they're at.
And I can get up there. They're still in the town. They have to go by me.
Bunny, yeah, he's right on the building you're at, trying to climb it.
Yeah.
1v1v1. It's 1v1.
Good try.
Oh.
You got killed by Arnold Palmer.
No!
Alright, I gotta hit the bed.
Traitor.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, bye.
All right.
Bye.
Hello.
All right, TARDIS. Can you fill the shoes that DB made?
I hope
You have to be the leader.
I can try my best. I've gotten 3 wins in this game solo, so
Is TARDIS Moon your name?
yes.
Are you Agent 93737?
Are you just TARDIS, or do you have a 17 on the end?
I don't remember in this game. I believe it might be 17. But is it? Wait, is there a way to check? But yeah, it's 17 at the end. Yeah.
should be good to go. Oh, did you bring enough for everybody, Apple? I got a couple more in me than I need to do dinner.
Duke.
That was close. We could have, I mean, I wouldn't have got domed by that guy sniping on the roof.
I can play a game that I gotta leave too.
I thought I already started it. I thought we were all ready and it just auto starts. I was wrong.
You are the chosen one.
You're poor. Well, I mean, did you go to like a Taco Bell, or did you go to like, like a family restaurant? And what kind of taco place we talking here? And what did you get? Taco Bell. All right. What's a Apple Taco Bell order?
LGBT versus Russia is definitely worth like game of the year though.
Yeah, I mean it's
Pretty great.
well worth the 99 cents.
Oh, yeah.
Soft tacos and nacho fries. Oh, excuse me, everybody. How are the nacho fries? I don't think I've ever had those yet. You don't eat the fake cheese, though? So you get the tacos without cheese and then put on your own? Or do you just...
Nice.
Oh, the tacos come with
Solid.
real cheese? Okay. I thought you meant like everything that cheese-wise is fake.
Anti-cheat.
One
Have you
thing,
run into any Cheetos in this game?
when you run this game, when you first install it, if you didn't see the Discord thread, it installs like a BitTorrent client to help other people download it, and you share it with them. So you want to make sure you go in and uncheck some stuff in the launcher, and it auto runs on startup and stuff. So it's kind of, invasive a little bit.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it runs a torrent thing to help. I mean, I guess it's nice if you want to help people download, but.
Ooh, hey boss, you want some appetizing buns?
That's my hobby. Let's go find appetizing buns on the weekend.
Is the food like healing items?
I believe so.
Yes.
Just press T and you heal.
Why is my sensitivity so high?
So simple. I feel like this is esports ready.
Honestly, it's probably about as close as PUBG or Fortnite. Yeah, I mean that is kind of cheesy. And like I said, it auto loads on startup. They got some grief, so they may have toned that down. I don't know if it still does it, but I think like Cloud and Danny said the launcher comes up every time they start the computer and they can't turn it off. I unclicked I think 2 options that were turned on, and I think everything went away. But yeah, I mean, I think it's like a Russian company. Hopefully Steam does a pretty good job of like monitoring. This place looks like it's been looted. Did you guys already loot this, or we just get here?
No, we've looted a lot of this area.
Okay.
Hello?
One dude east.
Obviously, there's more than one.
At the bunker?
Well, yeah, I've only saw one east, but yeah, it's on top of it.
Oh, okay.
Stuck. Okay, this game. The collision, the stuff needs some work.
You guys
Not
are
very
good.
geared at all. This is a Browning auto, semi-auto.
It's not up here anymore.
I'm gonna check inside. Bunch of loot inside.
That was me.
Hey, might jump down and ran.
And Buzz one M3 SMG.
I'll take anything over. Well, I guess Browning, but yeah, that sounds cool.
Or I'll give you my Beretta. I found a Mosin.
Yep. I don't like the collision on doors and stuff.
I feel like I'm just gonna get one tapped. I
Yeah.
have no armor.
I've got buttocks and one shoulder.
Oh, a Cuban?
I just got a text. I have to go. I got called in.
No problem.
I'm gonna drop my stuff over here. So you want it?
Yeah, Raham's up that way. He can.
I have 4 ammo, so someone, 4 weapons, so someone else can take it. If there's stuff I don't have.
Yeah, if he's got armor, I'll come back. Or Shots needs armor too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some leg armor.
Talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
See ya.
Does he just stand there?
Yeah, I think he stays in the game either for some period of time. All right. Do this. Do this.
There he went.
This. There's that. That's 2 pieces of the armor.
Thank you.
Jeez, Pete's. It just doesn't sound fair. That poor guy.
I think those are like the turrets that are set up on the bases or whatever. Ooh, there's a Mo's in here. Exquisite bread.
So there's 8 others. I wonder if TARDIS's character disappeared and went away from the counter, or if it's still there until it like dies to the zone or a player. I think it disappeared.
It said he died.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, boss, we're matching shorts. Who's meant to be?
It's from the Donald Trump collection. For men with huge hands.
What's that ping? That yellow dot.
Some place on the map. What's that one? I have no idea.
Sneaking up behind, damn.
Same.
I'm just doing my thing. Normally gets me killed.
Hit one.
I didn't see them. Oh, never mind. I see one of them.
Hit him twice.
That was too easy.
Nice.
I don't see anybody
Is he
else.
dead?
Yeah, I killed the guy that you were shooting at. He's in front if you want to loot him. I'm up here on the hill. I don't see anybody else, but be cautious with your looting.
There's nothing here for me.
It could be one other team, or it could be a mixture. Was that who you were shooting at shots, or was there somebody else?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm coming down. Maybe this guy's got some ammo or something.
I see him. They're on the bridge.
Which way?
East.
120. There's at least 2 of them.
Are they on the bridge?
I think there's a guy further away
Yes.
shooting at us.
They're like on the opposite side.
Got one.
I think I heard water.
Got
Okay,
it.
he's down.
2 left.
Yeah. Anything worthwhile? I just need ammo.
There's Sten if you need that. There's the ammo in the water as well if anyone needs that stuff.
Should probably get in the circle.
I have a lot of ammo. I'm afraid to leave. Wonder if they're up in the bunker area up there.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. If they are, I'm calling party foul on that one.
Behind us. South.
Yeah.
I'm hit.
I hear them, I can't.
I hit the guy on the right a lot.
They're both over there.
The magazine's empty.
One guy left up there. Up towards the windmill.
He's crouching. He's in the grass.
To your left there slightly. Nicely done. The fact that a win gets you shorts is a lie.
I'm gonna send a strongly worded tweet to the dev team.
Unless it's like solo, you have to do it in, which I wouldn't think it would be.
No, because I did a solo and I got 3 kills and I didn't get them yet.
I only had 1 kill that game, but I hit some other guys. Worst part for me, that the guy that shots killed, the last guy, I ran out of ammo with the one gun and I switched to the other one and he killed me before I could get any shots off.
I hit him so many times, he was just standing still.
Wonder if what random person will get, because I don't believe it lets you lock it. Cloud, you just missed it. We won. Cloud, are you home or are you like with your computer, or are you at the other place with your laptop?
Cloud is back.
Cloud, I mean,
She needs to queue.
you can get on. I'll leave this queue if you're gonna come on. I'm gonna leave this queue. She's coming on.
The savior we need.
I mean, we just won, and we didn't have Cloud. Now we have Cloud. I mean, I expect the whole lobby to leave. Because the top 2 players in this game in the US is Cloud and Cloud's alt. It's her Smurf account.
I believe it.
Well, at least this one's working for you, Raham. Did you ever solve Realm Royale, or did you just uninstall it?
I just uninstalled it. It's like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna try it.
Cloud!
Hello?
There she is. Well, we've had 2 wins today.
That's good. Was shots in it for both wins?
The first one was just me and DB playing duo.
Ooh.
And then I think the game before this one, we had Raham and we have TARDIS for that one, or was it DB? The one where Raham, I think it was DB, and then Raham was the last one alive. I think it was a 1v1, maybe a 1v2, I forget. But we didn't, he got hit there at the end. But we've been close in most of them, except for one of the games.
Nice. I have the launcher open and they said some files are damaged or obsolete, so it's gonna take 26 seconds.
Okay.
So exact.
That's what it says.
That might be I don't know if that's for the download or to update your launcher.
I think it's to download? No. Not sure, because I already updated all the games.
Okay. Just tell me when you're ready. I'll send you an invite.
Your game is up to date. Let's see, we'll load. Okay, I'm ready.
I want those Brazil boxer shorts so I can just shout I am Brazil.
Oh, let me check. Oh, I have them. I just don't have the Switzerland, Germany, or Japan.
They're unlocked?
Yeah, they're unlocked for me.
Oh, well, Cloud is the best. Maybe we have to restart the game. Ready up, Cloud.
Okay.
I'm jealous of Cloud's skill.
Yeah, I want to. I mean, have you won a game at this, Cloud?
Yeah, last time when I was playing with Retro and DB.
Because it says the way it words it, it sounds like if you win, you get all of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think you get all of them except Germany, Japan, and Switzerland.
Yep, that's true.
Well, maybe we just have to restart our games.
Doesn't DB have it or no?
She said she didn't.
Hmm.
She's probably been drinking now, so.
That's usual DB. I've been tempted to crack into this bottle of Malibu rum. Every time that noise scares me. Whenever I get a notification.
And you have numbers after your name, Shots.
Don't judge me. You want to fight me, clown? You don't want to mess.
Access to seem
Right now, probably because of your state, but
What do you mean because of my state?
because of
Ohio?
no, because I don't know if he's sober or not.
What are you trying
Wow.
to say to me
You
right
saying
now?
he's got a drinking problem?
What? What are you saying to me?
Is this an intervention, Cloud?
I think
Need
so.
cover!
I mean, I was supposed to go drinking at 9, but I
Hey,
suppose
my
I can
magazine's
fit
empty.
this in.
Reloading!
Look, Cloud, you can't have any of my delicious pizza.
Okay.
Cloud, this is my house. Don't even try to come in here.
How was it?
Good.
I got a shotgun, don't mess with me, Cloud. Don't even
Cloud ain't
know.
afraid of no gun.
What? Get back here.
Cloud, do you have a
You're
weapon?
wasting your bullets. No. I'm gonna go to the
Here,
what's that place?
Hang on. You have that.
Ooh.
You can have that. You can have that. You can have that.
Nice. Oh, thanks.
What,
Where'd you find
can't
all
have?
this?
Costco.
Can't have any of my buns, Cloud. Get out of my buns. They're not for
I
sale.
figure I'll just go with the M3
Nobody
submachine.
would want them.
It seems like it does some work.
You're gonna make me cry. I feel attacked.
Now,
Alright.
can I
Going north.
empty the ammo from this?
I want to see on the refrigerator.
What's so special about these refrigerators?
They're loaded with loot.
Yeah.
Usually you'll get like the bunny shoes or other different things. Plus, usually a decent gun. And
I need
obviously,
a bag.
yeah, I mean, obviously, when you see stuff on the ground, if it's purple, it usually means it's better than what you have, or it's, you don't have it at all.
Yep. Red means you don't need them.
I need armor. I got nothing. I have appetizing buns. That's not armor. It could be a drinking stream. There you go, Shots. You found one. See how it drops like a ton of stuff?
Ooh, a handbag. Eagle eye glasses. Excuse me.
Bag of regeneration's nice.
But what do the eagle eye glasses do?
I don't know. Maybe they give you eagle eyes, but you can't. The blood bag thing will heal you over time.
The eagle eye glasses give you reload speed plus 40%, shot deviation minus 40%, and recoil minus 40%. You can go and pick some stuff up. Hey Cloud, come here.
Hmm?
I got a present for you.
Give me a second here.
Body armor bad.
You better hurry.
Yeah, we're gonna need to get
I can't-
moving too. We're not in the circle. Coming up.
Oh boy.
Are you being shot at?
No, I'm in a truck with Raham.
Well, I just meant, was that what the shots were at?
I don't think so.
You're driving towards them.
Yeah.
I am.
It should be in northeast.
This is the way we have to go.
Bet you I can outrun your Jeep. Hey boss, you see how I have blue shorts?
Mhm.
Now look how fast I run. I'm Sonic, baby!
You're like, what was? Is it Mercury? Is that the dude that was the fast one?
I have no idea. I just know I'm Sonic, baby.
Cloud can be a Dr. Eggman or whatever his name was. I heard Bunny Hopper, right behind. He's like right here somewhere.
He's by
There's
Sean.
another one.
Be right back.
Is he outside or is he? Nope. Guy on the roof. He's up on the roof. Shots. He's jumping on the roof, Cloud, right above you. Right above you.
Is it just him?
You got him. There's somebody, I think, north, northeast, northwest, somewhere in that direction. So I don't know if they're with those guys. I'm gonna call it Streamwise after this one ends too. I have to get dinner for the family. Maybe somebody else will keep streaming. I can play technically later, but I don't want to stream anymore after this.
Oh boy, circle cloud. Well, I'm good.
Your sugar daddy just got killed somebody.
No.
God, is that Cloud's loot? Look at
Is
that.
there any way to change the fire rate?
I don't know. I don't know if it lets me see keys here. Hang on. B.
Nice.
when this one ends, I am going to call my stream, so because I got to get dinner for the family. But I hear Cloud's going to stream it.
Nice. You got it, Cloud.
I don't know
Do you
what
have
you're
any
talking about.
ammo? I feel like you took every single bit of ammo.
I looked at her inventory, and it's like it scrolls for like 4 hours.
Cloud, do you have any FG42?
No.
Do you have any Browning Auto 5?
No.
I should just shoot you now.
I don't know if that's her
What do you
inventory.
have?
A car, stand, and a Mauser.
We need to go, Cloud. Oh, jeez. I'm Michael Phelps.
I think with your tank, can't you stay underwater, Cloud, forever?
I don't know.
Or at least until the tank runs out.
Probably.
Oh, I found ammo for my Browning. Oh, baby. It's on the mounted turret.
That's a good one for like a grenade.
Oh, somebody just went into the water right down here, northwest on the bottom of this hill that I'm staring at.
Right with shots. Up the hill, Cloud, up the hill. Right in front of you, right there.
Now run into the zone.
That just sucked. The fact that there was the one she was focused on, she had to be, and then the other one was up there with shots.
Oh, God. Leave.
Cloud just charging that like she don't care. Is that all you got? That's all he's got. Are you streaming, Cloud?
What? I need to hold up.
I gotta go, but I'll be back later. I don't want to stream anymore, but I could play some stuff later, possibly. But oh, and Cloud, the global event starts in Division tonight at 4 a.m. So not that I care about a 4 a.m. start, but yeah, I could play some Division later, Apple. If like we get some people to want to play. I'll probably be able to play in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, about 8:30 my time.
Not when I got a week.
But I'm going to head out and get dinner. But thanks for playing, guys. And if anyone does stream or is going to stream, rock on, speak up, or whatever. Otherwise, you know, Apple, we can try to message you later. Not Division, maybe. I don't know if Cloud will want to play that later. We'll find out. But anyway, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
So, stream, thanks for watching. Thanks for the resubs from everybody. All that good stuff. Just won't give her a choice. And I'll see all you guys possibly tomorrow, and maybe some of you later for Division or something. So everybody take care. Hope you had a good weekend, and talk to you later.
There's some things I know about you. Your hair is black and red and full, and your smile's like a child's. I think I'll stay with you a while. With so many nights staring at the time when I am you and you are me. With so many nights staring at the time when I am you and you are me. And your shape's divinity. We are like rabbits in the tree. You can call me Philistine. Get down on my knees just to take you home with me. With so many nights staring at the time when I am you and you are me. With so many nights staring at the time when I am you and you are me. With so many nights staring at the time when I am you and you are me. With so many nights